So, it's your boy KINGJAE. We're here with the CLIPDAT podcast, episode 2. I'm here with... I don't know if you need an introduction. You're famous, man. But we're going to give you the introduction anyways. Mr. Lil Majin, man. Lil Majin. Man. How long have we known each other for, man? It's been a while.
Oh man, I think we met at Ultimate Tournament 15 in 2014, if I recall, in Paris, France.
Yeah. It might be before. Was it 2004? Yeah, it was. It was Tag 2.
2014, yeah.
Yeah, man. So, I wanted to ask you, what is the reason behind your name? Is it Dragon Ball Z influenced, or is it, I thought it was, but I don't know the full reason behind it. Because I know you got an older brother, right?
Right. I mean, it has a lot to do with Dragon Ball. I mean,
Yeah.
the Majin name, of course, it's not supposed to be the pink character Majin Buu, but it's supposed to be more of like the M symbol on the forehead of like Majin Vegeta.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be Majin SSJ6 Goku.
Serious?
Right. Like a totally made up character. Like, what if Goku went Majin and went Super Saiyan 6 or whatever? So, that was actually my big brother's name, Majin SSJ6 Goku. And I was like, I'm little brother, I'll be Lil Majin SSJ6 Goku.
Okay.
But of course, over time, we had to, shorten that because no one wanted to say all that every time they mentioned us. So,
Right.
that's Big Majin, Lil Majin. The rest is history.
Nice. Alright, so like, you use King. What's the reason behind using King then? Because you don't play no Dragon Ball. I'm not actually, let me not even say that. Do you play Dragon Ball games?
No, I used to, like, the only one that I played really was like the Budokai series.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone's played that one.
PlayStation 2, yeah, way back, but like the newer one, Dragon Ball Fighters Z,
Yeah.
I don't play that.
Oh, okay. You're not interested in it at all?
I'm slightly interested in it, but if it was like a one-on-one instead of a three-on-three game, I'd be a lot more interested in it.
No, I understand. Learning free characters for me is another thing what put me off the game. It's like I just generally don't have time to learn free characters and be good. I like 1-on-1 or tag at least, so it's 2-on-2, but 3-on-3, it's just too much to learn. So yeah. So what got you into Tekken, anyways, man? For the people that don't know, what got you into Tekken? What made you play for the years that we have been playing? What got you into it? What was the first point that was like, I'm gonna take this serious? And how did you find out about tournaments?
Oh well, that's a long story. So Tekken, I got into Tekken. It was a Christmas gift. I want to say in 1995, like Tekken 1.
Yeah.
And I didn't even play like 3D fighters up to that point. It was all just 2D,
Right.
It was all Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, stuff like that, Guilty Gear. But
Okay.
yeah, Tekken, yeah, that was a Christmas gift and fell in love with it. Like ever since I saw King, he was, the pro wrestler character. I love grapplers in every fighting game.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah,
So.
seeing him hit that tombstone, the giant swing, all the stuff. Because I was a big, wrestling, you know,
Yeah.
advocate, pretty much. I just love wrestling coming
Yeah,
up.
yeah. So did I. So did I, to be fair. I don't watch it anymore, but back in the
I
day,
keep up with it.
you keep
I
up
keep
with it
up
still?
with it. Yeah, just a little bit. I don't watch it, full episodes or anything, but I do
Yeah.
keep up with, who's who.
I ain't gonna lie, I think the Attitude Era was the best with Stone Cold, The Rock, Undertaker, Kane, Mankind, Triple H. Those are the times that, right now, I think I know about AJ Styles, but I ain't really kind of kept up with it too much, like Seth Rollins. I ain't really kept up with it too much, but, it's still going strong. So, I just say, I had to put it out there though, Attitude Era, that was the best one for me, man.
Right, yeah, I agree. That was the era of wrestling.
Yeah. But so, is there any other fighting games you play other than Tekken? Like,
Well, right now, that's the only game I'm playing. Like, literally, like, video game, period. Like, it's just straight up Tekken 7.
yeah,
Because, I don't know if you're aware of, I've been, doing a lot of merchandise, selling with the t-shirts and
Yeah,
trying to, edit YouTube videos, upload them, stream,
I've been seeing, man. I've been seeing.
working full time.
See, we was gonna get. I got questions for you, man. I got questions for the
Yeah,
merchandise. The working and trying to do the streaming and content as well.
yeah.
So we're gonna definitely get into that. We can even get into that right now. So, you know, in terms of like Tekken 7, and being a pro player, do you find that it's difficult to be a pro player and a content creator at the same time?
I think it's a lot of work. Yeah, it is pretty difficult if you're trying to like put out something good for the people. If you're just, half stepping and not really caring too much about it, then of course it's going to be a lot easier to stay really great at the game.
Right.
But if you're trying to be great at content creation and being a pro, man, you got to put in a lot of work. You know that better than anyone.
Yeah, nah, trust me, I definitely know, man.
Yeah.
So when it comes to like streaming and stuff, so some people say that when it comes to being a pro player like yourself, it's difficult to stream because people watch your tactics online. So like, say for example, if there's a tournament player that doesn't stream that much, they're not known. Remember you're one of the popular streamers in America, and there's always gonna be loads of tournament players that are gonna come in that don't necessarily stream, but they'll be watching Lil Majin to see what stuff he's doing with King. So do you feel like that leaves you at a disadvantage, or it doesn't matter to you? Because you did get third place at Evo, so maybe it doesn't matter to you, but I don't know, maybe it does. What do you think about that?
No, I don't think it really matters. I think the one of the like key points of being a great player is being able to adapt, being able to change,
Right.
and if someone can just look at your footage and be able to like totally overwhelm you, when you fight them on the brackets, that means you're not that great. You aren't doing any adaptation. I
Right.
can play on the fly. I can, change it up easy. I have so many different tactics and styles of play that even I forget about them sometimes. Like I've forgotten more stuff about King than a lot of King players even know about King.
Nah, that's crazy. So, you know, Evo. Let's move on to Evo. So, obviously, Evo, you placed third. Obviously, congratulations. I told you. I told you then. I'll tell you
Yeah,
again. Massive, massive congratulations. Obviously,
thank you,
we
thank you.
we no problem. We spoke about it pre previously before, and I said we was talking about the prize pool and stuff, and obviously we weren't going to talk about it on stream. We said that we was gonna. I said we'll talk about it another time. Obviously, we're here at the podcast, and I just wanted to ask you two things. Actually, I got two questions to ask in this one. Number one, what was going through your mind when you was you was going on a wrecking spree, like you was just dominating. Like, what went through your mind? Did someone upset you that day, or I don't know. It was just you played so well, and you was like, even when like, I remember the second day when you just was hype and you jumped up and you just looking at the camera and you gave the people's eyebrow. I was like, what? I was just like, this is energy. It was such a vibe, and it was so good to watch. So what was going through your, like, what motivated you that day?
Oh well, it was a few things. It was a few things. I mean, for one, I had my girlfriend there with me the
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
week,
yeah, 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 yeah.
and for I want to say the first two times she came to events with me, I didn't do so well. And the
Ah,
whole time I was trying to prove to her that I was this really,
mm,
really good, recognized pro Tekken player or whatever.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I felt I hadn't lived up to those words. So
mm,
when I made that top eight, I'm not even a guy that pops off like that. That was
yeah,
probably the most animated I've ever been in a tournament after beating anybody.
yeah.
I mean,
It
no
was,
disrespect to Naroma, I had to pop off on him.
yeah,
But just getting top eight, and like I said, one of the other reasons is that in previous Evos I didn't even make top eight. I think I made top 16 in 2014 and like top 24 in 2013. So
right.
yeah, finally getting top 8 at the biggest one, and you know, it was the biggest Tekken tournament in history. So
Yeah. I
yeah,
mean,
that
it was
that
very good. Like, obviously, I know you don't necessarily pop off like that all the time, but at the end of the day, when it comes to these tournaments, I understood it. You know, you're doing well. You're going further and further and further in the tournaments. As soon as you beat that person and the person's good, you're just thinking, right, like I'm there. I'm getting further and further. Like it's a momentum, and that's what us players strive off of. Like, you know, we strive off the momentum, and you know, when I saw it, it was like it was electrified. I have to put it that way. It was like, yeah, he's doing it. Like, and everyone was rooting for you. Everyone was happy that you are blazing. It wasn't like you popped off and it was disrespectful. It was, you know, you're happy with your success of how far you're getting, and you done really, really well. Like, third in the Evo, really, really well. So again, congrats. I say it so many times to you. Congratulations. I want to talk about the prize now. The prize, obviously,
oh boy.
everyone. Yeah, this is what we're. This is, you know, it's not necessarily gonna be the nice part. I know, but this podcast is just real. It's just real stuff. So how did you feel about the prize money that you got at the end? And obviously, for the people that don't know, you can say how much you got and, you know, go through it, man. 'Cause I want to know properly. Obviously, you spoke about it in little dibbles and dabbles, but I want to know properly what you thought about it.
Okay, so of course, you know, that Sunday when I got the check after filling out the tax forms,
Yeah, yeah.
I was happy. You know, I was still in my high of, you know, getting
Mm-hmm.
third, and you know, then, you know, season 2 was shown. You know, the Label Long and Anna trailer,
Yeah, yeah.
Negan. I was on the high. I didn't think nothing of it until I was at the bank and cashing, and I was like, hold on. I got in dollars the exact amount of entrance for that tournament, which was $1,543. That's how many entrants were at Evo last year for Tekken 7. So I was thinking, dude, when the game wasn't even released yet over, you know, anywhere else besides Japan and
Yeah.
like Korea in arcades, they put in like $30,000 in the pot bonus. And they
Yeah.
knew that the Japanese and Korean players were gonna take all of that money. I
Yeah.
mean, but now we have the largest Tekken tournament in history. I make history at least for Tekken 7. You
Yeah.
know, I'm the only non, you know, Asian guy up there.
Yep, yep. Let's put it out there. It's what is what it is. It's what's on
Yeah.
the tin. You know.
Yeah, and it just so happens that as everyone got a hold of the game and got better at the game, there's no pot bonus whatsoever. Largest
Yeah.
Tekken tournament in history. So I thought it was pretty messed up. Now, I will say that I'm optimistic about maybe TWT this year
Yeah.
as far as you know, bigger payouts, bigger pot bonuses because uh-oh,
I
you're
gotta,
gonna
I,
have to tell
I, I
me,
gotta
maybe
drink my drink. I gotta drink my drink. Go on, go
you're
on.
gonna drink a drink. um,
I gotta drink my
feel my
drink.
optimism now, man. Just shoot it down.
You know, one
You know
thing.
what? I'm gonna have a drink of water too.
You know, one thing I was, honestly speaking, today I was kind of like having just kind of like heart to heart with a couple people, a couple friends and stuff like that about what I'm doing and stuff, because obviously they see what's happening with the whole front page and stuff like that, and I was talking about Tekken because I was talking about Tekken World Tour this year. Now, I don't see myself competing this year for Tekken World Tour, but I've been the
Really?
same. Yeah, so I've been the same for the last 2 years. So the last 2 years that I've kind of wanted to compete, I've kind of done decent in one or two tournaments, but I haven't really gone the full fledged. And the reason why I haven't gone the full fledged is because if you look around and you look at like players that are sponsored, like, you know, they go to this tournament, that tournament, that tournament, they're not sponsored anymore. JDCR's not sponsored. Saint's not sponsored. Who's the person that won it? Rangchu? He won? He's not
Right.
sponsored. So it just seems like, I don't know what it is in terms of like, you know, Tekken. overall. I look at all the other scenes and it's kind of not really the same. Tekken's kind of got that thing where it's like, you know, you put in a lot of that. Tekken is a game that you have to put in a lot of time, a lot of hours to get to the best of your ability, right? I've been playing Tekken for years, so, you know, I'm still not where I want to be on it, but I feel like I am somewhat decent. Same with, you know, you've done what you've done in it, but it's like you put in so much time and hours to get not really much back. And that's what I feel has happened with the whole Tekken World Tour. Like I was saying before, like Rangchu has won the whole tournament, like the whole thing. He is in the money. He won what, 7,500? Was it 7,500? So
yeah.
How much would that be to travel to 5 tournaments in the Tekken World Tour last year around the world? How much would that be? How much would that cover you? And that's so you see what I'm saying? You know where I'm going with this. So
yeah, you're definitely right.
So that's hotel and food included. Not just saying flight, we're saying hotel and food covered. There you go. And I remember when I went to so the thing what I'm annoyed with is that with Evo last year, when I actually said, I'm going and I've booked everything, obviously it's not on the Tekken World Tour, and I'm just like, I don't understand why it's not on the World Tour. This is like the biggest tournament ever. Like, it needs to be on the tour, but it's not. Cool, whatever. Same thing happened with Final Round. So I paid and booked for Final Round, but no one has announced anything about the Tekken World Tour. So I'm like, I don't know. I've always known Final Round to be on it. I had to make a prediction. So I was like, I'm going to pay, and hopefully it is on the World Tour. So I've paid, done everything. It gets announced that, yeah, it's not on the World Tour. It's the mix-up. So I'm thinking, oh my goodness. Look at that, the money. And I'm hearing now that some of the top players that are from ATO are not even going. The only one that's going is Pottrop. And it's like, right. I don't understand. So I've done all of that. So all that money that's gone to the tournament, it's not part of the World Tour. What am I meant to do now? Like, and this is why I'm just like, look, I just can't keep on doing this every single year. Every year I say the same thing, like, oh yeah, it kind of needs to change in this way or that way. Maybe they need to get more sponsors. It's becoming like it's just a broken record now. So I think rather than me competing it, I'd rather sit back and, stream maybe Tekken, stream other games and stuff like that. But I can't just be full-fledged on Tekken anymore, man. I feel like as much as I'm passionate about the game, I've done what I needed to do in terms of content and stuff. I've been playing the game over a decade. I've been in the scene for over a decade. We've been, like you said, we've known each other for years now. And I just don't know if I can do it anymore, man. It's a lot of money. And when you look at what's at the end of the prize, and people still don't like... When you look at... Alright, let's compare Street Fighter to Tekken. So Street Fighter, they put 250,000 up. 250,000, that's 6-digit figures. That is life-changing money. Even if they said, look, the winner gets 20,000, I wouldn't even mind that. That's fine. But the guy that won 7,500, you can't even put that forward to 3 tournaments around the world. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, well, what are we doing? And that's why I'm just like, look, it's nice, it's nice to say, yeah, we can be a part of the World Tour, and yeah, we are finding this, but what is that in the real world? You're not getting any life-changing money. And to be honest, once the tournament is done, it's done. No one really cares. Because there's no life-changing money. And I don't want to demotivate anyone, because if they want to be a part of the World Tour, that is perfectly fine. I don't want them to take my advice. This is just how I feel. And I've been seeing it. I've been seeing different scenes shape up and work towards, becoming better. And obviously the game, like, we spoke about the season pass before. People didn't like. People don't even play Tekken Battle anymore, However, there was 2 characters, Geese and Noctis, right? So Geese and Noctis were the ones that were part of the season pass, and everyone complained. Then the voices got heard. Now we've got 6 characters a part of the season pass. I just feel like if people actually speak about this and open up and say, look, this is not right, maybe things will change again. But again, it can't just be me. I can't be the only person that's changing up. So, it's one of those things, man. But enough about me speaking about it. What do you think about it? Because that's just me being honest. I just, you know what I mean?
Well, I think that, I mean, you're totally right about that. It is a lot of money. I mean, if you want to make a lot of appearances at the Tekken World Tour events, yeah, you're really passionate about the game because, man, at the end of the road, if you win, even like every event, you know,
Yeah.
all of that combined is not going to be more than some of those, you know, Capcom Pro Tour
This is what I'm
events
saying.
pay out. Like combined, if you got first place at every TWT event, it's not going to be 250 grand.
Exactly.
You know, it's not even going to be 100 grand.
And this is what I'm trying to say. Like, it's, you got to think about it like this. Like, Evo is the biggest tournament, right? And
Right?
you came third and only got what you got, which is, I think, 1,005. And think about it like that. You've beaten everyone. Like, everyone to get to that spot. Third. And you get that. And you're signing papers just to say, raw, look, yeah, 1,500. And it's just like, well, and it wasn't a part of the World Tour. Imagine if it was a part of the World Tour. You would have had big points. So,
Right.
and that's the way how you got to look at it. It's just, for me, is it really worth the investment? Like, yeah, it's nice to say, you know, I've got to that point, but where's the, do you know what I mean? What does that mean outside of just your Tekken peers, the players, and what does it mean?
Well, you're one of the guys who I look up to as far as, you know, being a branded player. Like
Oh,
being
thank you. Thank you, bro. That's mad. Thank you. Appreciate it.
where I'm going with this, KINGJAE, is,
Mm-hmm.
you know, if the sponsors won't do it, if the tournaments won't do it, it's up to the player. You have to build your own brand. If you're doing well at tournaments and, you know, you're not getting compensated,
Yeah.
you know, comparatively to Street Fighter or even like Dead or Alive at some tournaments, you know, you have to make that transition
Mm.
to build your own brand, you know, put yourself out there, be a content creator, stream, you know, try to be on the commentary board at events because,
Yep.
you know, commentators get paid every time.
I've seen the money. I've heard and seen the money. And, you know, one thing I want to say is I don't want to talk figures as such, but it is around 1,800 upwards. And you got to think about it. Imagine, they don't have to sweat no buckets. There ain't no sweat coming under their armpits when they're playing. They ain't perspirating when they're playing. They're just talking. And they get just about, or even more than the player that
Yeah, of
comes
course.
second or third. It's just like, well, do you know what I mean? And it can be disheartening. And you know, I think that's one of the things that I'm glad we spoke about, because I wasn't even going to speak about like building up a brand, but it's something that we can talk about, and it's one of the things that's made me become a content creator. I feel like, you know, becoming a content creator, you can go so far. Like there's so much things that you can do, and you know, yeah, this is so much. Like, obviously, I see that you're building what you're building up, and I've seen your YouTube, I've seen your Twitch, and you know, you've gone on a WWE. All of these are massive, massive, massive things. And again, I'm always looking and I'm always seeing what is margin in. Because even remember before, even when you started streaming, I was the one that, you know, you're speaking to about the whole what stuff do you need, and I was trying to help you out with this stuff and what you should get, what would work and stuff like that. And look what's happened. You know what I mean? Like, look where you're going with it. Like, you're streaming, everyone's interested, you're getting subs, you're doing what you're doing. So, and you're selling merchandise. Like, you know, talk about the merchandise as well. Like, your merchandise. I'm seeing people pull up on Twitter with, yeah, I'm rocking the Majin t-shirt. And I'm like, yo, this guy is just crazy. Like, he's really killing it. So, you know, how's the reception been on the t-shirts, by the way?
Oh, it's been great, man. I've been getting like inquiries pretty much every day. You know, someone wants a new T-shirt, like they're coming in droves, and
Yeah.
I want to do that in the future, which is like set it up all online. But
Yeah.
for now, I want to, just do it all myself.
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
get the most out of it that way.
It's
But I didn't forget what you told me. Yeah,
oh.
I didn't forget it, not one bit. I just
Yeah.
wanted to do things a little differently, for this first run. And
Yeah.
man, it is tough. But
I told you.
it,
But you know what? This is good. You know why it's good? Because you can see the demand. Like the demand on how much people are supporting you is very, very good, and that's very key. Because then it kind of shows you what you can do in the future. Do you know what I mean? So it is
yeah,
what it is. It is what it is,
it's all
man.
part of it, ladies and gentlemen. Build your brand, and that way you won't have to depend on begging for sponsorships and hoping to get top eight at a big tournament and getting your small paychecks.
It's just, it is what that's what I'm saying, and that's
Do it
it's
yourself.
do it yourself is the main thing. Like
Yeah.
it's one of the things that kind of supports what I'm doing. Like it's like you know you have to. If you can't see the opportunities there, this is one thing I say that, and this is to anyone that's watching this. If you're a content creator or you're made a player, whatever you are, if you are looking for opportunities and you cannot find them, create the opportunity. And what I mean
Yeah.
by that is, before this Tekken went into esports and all of this stuff, Tekken was just Tekken. Tekken's what you played amongst your friends. I've been pushing out content. I have an old YouTube channel I started in 2007. KINGJAE UK. Old channel, interviewing players. I was creating opportunities up until now. It's the same thing. I'm still doing what I'm doing. And it's one of the reasons why I wanted to do podcasts, because I've done interviews in the past. And this was when I was very, very young. Younger. A lot younger. And I stopped doing them and I started doing streams, stuff like that. And I thought it's always interesting to capture another person's perspective about being a content creator or being, just doing whatever you're doing in the media field, because they might have gone through a lot of different, I don't know, life experiences other than myself. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's always good to kind of capture and see what you've gone through or what someone else is. Last time I interviewed Margin Obama, and his outlook on stuff was real, and I liked it. And same with you and what you're saying. It's just good to see how things are,
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You've been doing it ever since I known you. You had that camera.
I've had like 3 or 4 cameras since I've been
Yeah.
doing this. Like I carry it around the tournaments, interviewing players, playing in the tournaments and stuff, and then I've been doing it for a while. So it's all right. It's only like now things are starting to pick up, but for the people that are new to me and you, we haven't been doing it just today. We haven't been doing it just this year or last year. We've been doing it for years. It's been in it for years and years and years. And just like yourself, to anyone else that I probably given advice to, the reason why I do it is because I like to see other people succeed. I've never been a person that's like, he's succeeding, so yeah, I'm gonna lead. No. I like to see other people succeed. So if you're doing your streaming, or if you're a player, and I see that, you're not really making the best of your opportunity, I'll say, bro, why don't you stream? Or why don't you, I don't know, do this? Or why don't you run a tournament if you're a TO or aspiring TO? Why don't you run a tournament at this venue or stuff like that? I try to help all the time I can. So yeah, man. But I want to talk about your t-shirts. How well are they doing right now, man? How talk to me, man? Because I feel like you're underselling it, man. What is going on with them, man? Like I said, I saw it on Twitter. Don't undersell it to me. I've seen it. I've seen the pictures. The guys like this taking pictures. I saw one with 2 guys. I think it was 2 black guys, and I think they looked like, I don't know if they were brothers or if they were friends.
Oh, yeah, the twins.
Yeah,
the
they're twins. See, I saw that. I'm paying attention to the Twitter. I'm paying attention to the streets, man. So you gotta let me know.
I'm definitely not underselling. I mean, it's going well, man. It's going pretty well. I'm trying to sell as many as possible.
Right.
And like I said, it's tough. It's tough,
Yeah.
have to consistently go and do all the shipping myself, but it's paying off. It's really paying off. And I'm making some really good cheese with that.
That's really good, man.
But,
one
I'm
thing
glad, you know,
go on.
I'm glad to be able to do that, and I can't wait to CEO. That's going to be the next big tournament I go to, and I am looking forward to seeing so many Majin T-shirts being worn by the people. So yeah, get your shirt
Nice.
today.
Nice, nice, nice,
Man, with Lil
nice.
Majin is cooking.
Yeah, man. So I like I said, I'm really happy. Even you done the trailer as well. The trailer was really good. I see the
Oh
response
my
of it.
God, the trailer.
The tra-
Don't
Bro,
mention that.
and it ain't just any merchandise. Nah, it was gold. It was gold because I saw a lot of people liked it, including myself. I saw a lot of people retweet it. A lot of the whole community was behind you with this, like the whole community. So it was a thing of like, I was like, when I first saw the trailer, I was like, look, this is really good. Like, I want to see how it goes. And I started seeing people buying. I started seeing people post up stuff on Twitter. And I'm just like, wow. Like, obviously, I know you got your full-time job as well. So it's not even like you can promote it to the fullest because, you're occupied. And you got stuff, you got a missus as well. So you got life outside of Tekken. So it's like, it just done itself. Everything just happened by itself. You've said, yeah, this is the t-shirts, and everyone was ready to support, and that's an amazing thing, man. So hats off to you for that, man.
Thank you, thank you.
So let me see what the next one is. So what else do you do outside of gaming? What other things? Do you do any activities outside of gaming? Like, is there anything that you... Because, my thing back in the day, I don't really play football anymore. I kind of have sometimes on Sundays. We play, I think you lot call it soccer. So we play football. I play that sometimes on a Sunday. I like table tennis. What type of stuff do you do?
Dude, man, all of my extra activities have like gone out of the window over the years, and
Yeah.
I could thank Tekken and like competing in tournaments and get ready for the next tournament. Like for so many years in a row, I could thank that for like my lack of doing all these other activities. Now I'm just a regular guy, a super regular guy,
When you,
going out, stuff like that. Just doing regular stuff. But I used to draw a lot. I used to be a pretty good artist. I used
yeah.
to, play instruments. Used to play the piano. Man,
See what I'm saying? You're underselling yourself again. Come on, tell me the more. What you mean? You played the piano. What else is there, man? Let me know, man.
I can't delve too much into everything, but But now, definitely, I'm a regular guy. Like that term weeb, dude. I'm almost like totally a weeb now. Watching anime,
You watch
keeping up
anime,
with
dog? What's
man.
your favorite? What's your favorite? Don't say My Hero Academia. Are you gonna say that? Are you gonna say that? I see you smile.
Boy, look,
I
I
knew
love
it.
My Hero Academia, but right now, shoot, I mean, One Piece is my favorite right now.
I can't keep up with that, man. There's like 800 episodes. I've always wanted to start, but the one thing that's kept me is like, how am I gonna get into it if there's 800 episodes? Plus, I think there's like something ridiculous, like 10, 12 movies. I don't have time for that, and I will never catch up because they're always releasing episodes every week. So it's just like I see stuff and I'm like, oh, I kind of know that character. I know that character, but I don't know.
Well, I kind of cheated, I didn't watch the whole series from starting point to now. I kind of, I did watch it when it was on like Funimation with the like horrendous English dub over,
Yeah,
and
yeah, 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 yeah.
I watched it up to like the crocodile arc or whatever, and then it stopped coming on. So I kind of pretty much like read a lot of the plot,
Yeah,
and I was looking up characters on Wikipedia and stuff like that, and
yeah.
I just chose to start at the Big Mom arc that's currently going on right now.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's with the guy. Who's that tall, lanky guy? Kata? Oh, I forgot his name.
Yeah, Katakuri. Yeah, that's
That's a
him.
category. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
See, I've
So
only been paying attention to the latest stuff, but I don't know. I don't know all the stuff before, like the crocodile. Is his name Crocodile? The one with the jacket with the hook arm.
yeah, that's Crocodile.
Yeah, see
Yeah.
it. I remember, and Chase was the one with the smoke. I've been paying attention, but I've not watched any of them. I just played the games, and that was it. But what other stuff do you? So you watch? I know you watch Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super.
Watch Super. Yeah.
Here we go.
How terrible it was,
No way. The Jiren was good.
Yes, Jiren. Your gig is customization.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jiren is godlike. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can see him again if they continue the series, like the anime series. I know the manga is still going on with like new characters and such, but yeah. Besides that, like I said, couch potato, dude. I'm watching a little bit of UFC and boxing. I keep up with the NBA, just a little bit. Don't watch every game, but I do, watch a lot of the highlights and such.
Yeah.
Other than that, man, it's hard to have time to do a lot of stuff. I'm trying to get back into the gym.
Yeah, I've been trying as well, man. Like this whole year, I just said, look, I need to try and get into it, man, and see what's going on. I've been keeping pretty consistent and stuff. I've been streaming less though, because I get tired. So it becomes harder because like you try to stream, you do long hours, then all you want to do is you come off the stream, you want to eat, you want to drink, you want to relax. Then it's just too much to do gym after. But I've been trying to fit it in. So it's hard, man. It's definitely hard when you're a streamer and you work full time as well. It's a hard hit.
I get most of my workouts at work, since it's more so on the physical side, depending on what you have to do. But yeah, I do a lot of exercise out there. Of course, it's not going to substitute the real deal, but it is keeping me a little bit healthy. Just a little bit. You
know what they say, like walking. If you're doing like walking and you're doing whatever job, if it's consisted of a lot of walking and stuff like that, it still adds to it. Rather than one thing reason why I've been trying to do gym as was because obviously I play games and in streamer, you're just sitting down, you're not doing anything. But if you're working and you're walking, it still burns off. It might not be as much as if you go on a treadmill and you're running, it still burns off. So that's one way of looking at it, man.
Yeah, that's very true. I stay on my feet all night pretty much, and man, I don't know what to say. Like when I want to stream, I don't stream any more than like 2.5 hours. Yeah. Usually my streams are like an hour and 30 minutes on average, and man, I couldn't do it the way you do it, like those 6 or 7 hour streams and more than that. I don't know how you do it.
I streamed like 10 hours yesterday, and I went gym in the night. But I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't even advise it because sometimes when I stream late, I feel a bit dizzy. So I don't really advise it as much. I even got glasses, but I lost my glasses. I don't even know where they are now. But I wouldn't advise streaming extra long hours. The only reason why I do it is because I'm a grafter. I just want to work as hard as I can to try and see how far I can push this. But yeah, it does take its toll on you sometimes, man.
Oh, congratulations! Yesterday I caught a little bit of it.
Yeah.
I think I saw you with like 7,000 viewers playing Tekken the other day.
Yeah.
The day before.
No, it was yesterday. It was yesterday. Yeah. Thank you very much, man. That happened from so obviously if people didn't know, obviously I'm the TwitchCon Europe brand ambassador. So what that means is I'm going to be doing talks on the TwitchCon panel, meet and greets and stuff like that. So it's going to be pretty cool. It's happening in Germany, Berlin. The tickets are sold out now. So obviously I think what Twitch were doing was kind of like, they were like, yeah, we want to help you with promo. And I was on Global Front Page, and the thing with me is, I was like, you know what? I was thinking, what game am I going to stream? Because I play Dead or Alive, I play Tekken. I wanted to try out Apex Legends, because obviously I was like, oh, let me play a game that's popular. I was like, I don't know. So I said, let me play Tekken. So I played Tekken now, and it was going up every so often. So it was like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. And then it went to 7,000. It was 7,517, which was ridiculous. Again, it's a milestone that I've hit. I don't think, again, it's ridiculous numbers. It's not a tournament. It's just me streaming from my house,
Right.
And I've seen other people on Global Front Page that have streamed like games like Street Fighter, or they've streamed Mortal Kombat, and they got 3,000, 4,000, but I was able to push Tekken on Front Page, and I was like, wow, 7,500, and I'm from the UK as well. You got to bear in mind, if I was in America, I think things would have been a lot more better for me, because I think America is the better country for doing media. UK, it's hard, man. It's ridiculously hard. But again, I'm just happy with it, man. Again, I can't be more happier, man. I'm happy that people support it. I'm happy that, you know, people have seen it, and it's onwards and upwards, man.
Yeah, that was a huge milestone, bro. That was great. I was like, look at this man here.
No,
so many eyes on some Tekken and him. You know, that is good to see. You know.
Yeah, nah, it's good, man. I just hope that, you know, one thing I do want to say, I don't want it to be too controversial or whatever, but one thing I would like to say is, obviously I've been doing this thing for 10 years, and I would just hope one day that, you know, the developers do see, because I don't know if they see it. They don't ever tweet out my stream, or they don't ever retweet, or never ever. I've never got that love before. I've seen a lot of other people get it, and I don't know, and that's one of the things that was like, I was speaking to it about my friends, and I was saying, like, I've never really seen it. Never seen a tweet out of my streams, nothing. I've pushed the game out like crazy. And, you know, Global Front Page is there. Everyone from Spain, Korea, Japan, any country was seeing it. And, yeah, literally, don't get pushed out. But it's, you know, I just play the game. I play the game not for the developers. I play it because I love the game. So, it is what it is. But hopefully one day that, you know, they do actually see and say, look, you know what, it's cool. Because DOA retweeted it. And I had DOA on Front Page as well. So, and I played DOA for a week. Do you know what I mean? I've never been in that community ever. It's only played it for a week. But, you know, Tekken, I've been in it for a decade and nothing. So, maybe.
Eventually.
Yeah, eventually, someday. Right, let me talk to you about WWE. How did that happen? Man. How did that happen? Talk to me, man.
So, I met Xavier Woods at CEO in 2000 and I want to say 16. Yeah, it was 2016. That year I got second place. Anakin won. But I remember him, you know, he was a King player, and he was like, oh, you know, who are you, you know? Like, I'm the best King player in the world, dude. He was like, really? Really? You know, you gotta show me then. I'm like, I'm about to show you. Then I got mopped. But I still got second place, though, so, you know, he was a little impressed by that. And he had came again, you know, that following year, which was 2017. And, yeah, he won the King bet or whatever. They were doing, like, character bets.
Okay. Is that for the tournament where you had to bet for the character?
Right, you had to, put up
money.
You had to bid on your character pretty much.
Yeah.
He outbidded me. He paid $80. I was like, I'm not gonna pay $80 because I was up to like 60. Then they rose it up to 80, and he was like, "Man, put your hand down."
Yeah. Wow.
But after Evo, you know, they really saw that, and they made a couple of tweaks, you know, on their own. You know,
I saw it, and I was like, "Whoa, like, this is real good." And I thought something was gonna happen, because I said they're tweeting about Tekken and you, and I was like, something's gonna happen. And then, behold, I see you on up down Xavier Woods channel, and I was like, go on. I was happy to see you on there, because I watched the whole thing. I even left a comment on there. I was like, yeah, I'm happy to see you on there, man. But like, how was it being around? Obviously, like you said before, you know, you have been a fan of the WWE. Obviously, you still catch on to it, but not as much as before. You're around these superstars. That's what they are. They're superstars. You're around them. And even, as I see that your missus was there as well, like, how did it feel? Like, because I would, like, I'm not going to lie to you. If I would love to be in that position that you was in. And I think many others would. How did it
Right.
feel? Because that's an amazing, like I said, that's an amazing milestone. You WWE superstars chilling and playing the game that you love. How did it feel, man?
Man, that was it was surreal. I was like in disbelief even when I was there. Like it was a lot of things like, Xavier Woods, he gave me his phone number. And I'm
Yeah.
like, really? I have a WWE superstar's number in my phone. He's like, hit me up anytime. So I'm like,
Whoa.
wow, this is crazy. So then he invited me to SmackDown Live for Up Up Down Down. And
Yeah.
I made the drive. It was about a 4-hour drive from where I'm at. And yeah, me and my girl, we was just, like, I wonder what's gonna happen. I wonder, how cool they're gonna be and all that. So it was crazy. Like we got the part backstage with, all of the important people in that parking lot. And there were like fans everywhere outside, lining up for the place to open up. And I forgot which building it was, but it was in Alabama. It was in Birmingham. And yeah, we got to, skip past all them, go backstage. We got to meet a lot of the wrestlers. Took a picture with a few of them, and man, I saw so many legends that you
Serious?
don't see on TV. Like,
Who's there? Legend wise, obviously I will know because I'm an old dude now, so I will know what type of legends were there. I know the Rock ain't behind scenes no more.
no, the Rockets are behind.
Well, if he was there, I would say yo, bruh.
So now, when I say legends, of course I'm talking about like
Ric
older
Flair's.
wrestlers. I didn't see Ric Flair, but I did see, Shane McMahon. I did see the Road Dogg Jesse James.
Whoa,
Yeah.
okay.
In a suit. A lot of those guys are like part of something else. They do different work. They're not on screen, promoting this. They do work backstage. So
Okay.
I saw him. I saw Fit Finley. I don't know if people still remember Fit Finley. But oh yeah.
Oh man.
I
Did
can't
you see
recall
Vince?
too many others, but those two they stuck out. I saw Eric Young.
Oh snap.
Yeah, most of the current divas, I saw a lot of them backstage. Man, saw them. Sheamus, Cesaro, Rusev, Samoa Joe. A lot of them, they were like, "Oh, so you're the guy that got third at Evo? I'm gonna whoop you." That's what
You saw Samoa Joe, bro. That's what I'm saying. I'd love to be in your. Bro, I think there's a lot of people that would have loved to be in that position, man. Like I said, hats off to you, man. That's a big achievement, and like I said, I've been seeing your channel grow as well, like your Twitch and your YouTube as well. I'm seeing it grow and rise. It's only greatness from here, man. It's only greatness from here. Like that's a massive achievement. So yeah, I was gonna say as well. So did you lay the smackdown? Because obviously I know that none of them was able to beat you.
Actually, they did not show all of the footage.
That's why I'm asking you. That's all.
So the SmackDown was it was laid. I laid the smack it down on all of their candy.
I saw the rolling death parade and I was laughing so much. I was like, is he gonna really do it to them? I was like, yeah. I started rolling around. I was like, yeah. That was
the
good.
most notable one was like Kofi Kingston that got up again, to play, and I got the triple perfect. I got a god match on them, and they were wild out. He was like, man, I shouldn't have even got back on.
See what I'm saying?
But they didn't put that online. That would have been just too bad, I guess. But there were a lot of Shelton Benjamin whooped on him really good. And Shelton Benjamin, that was when that guy walked into the room. I'm like, man, this dude is jacked in real life.
He's real big.
Yeah, he's huge, and it was just crazy to see someone that I've watched
on
much.
TV. Yeah. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Well, because you look so small compared to all of them, and I'm I was like, bro, why do you look so small? All of them look like, and then I see you there, you're just like,
oh yeah. Now, there were a few wrestlers that I was a little taller than, but it, you know, somewhere to go down, they would put me in the trash can for real, like easy. You know, man, they were all jacked. Even the
Yeah.
Usos, like they may not look as jacked, compared to the other wrestlers, but in real life, man, it,
It's a
you
different
know,
story, isn't it?
different story.
So
But yeah, that was
what's your future plans, man? Like, talk to me, man. 'Cause obviously, I know you're doing the streaming. You got the merchandise out, and usually, what happens is that when you start putting merchandise out, there's always something else that's around the corner. I've noticed that with a lot of content creators, they like to see how the merchandise do. They do well. Then they try and do other things as well. You've been on the WWE. Your Twitch is on how many numbers now? Tell me how much numbers your Twitch is on. I know your YouTube is past 30,000. And I know you're catching up to me, so I was looking. I was like, "This guy is catching up to me." So I was like, "Bro, I better start putting out content." And I took a week off, and I think I was just watching. I was watching everyone else's content, and I was watching yours as well. And I was like, "This guy is catching up." I didn't even know you was even on that number, and I was just like, "Bro, I like this because this is healthy competition." So I was like, you know what, whatever. Innit? But your Twitch is on. I think your Twitch is close. It's close to. I know it's past 20,000, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's
I'm at
past.
like
I think it's
23, something around
23.
there, like 23,000.
Yeah,
Um, and my YouTube page
no,
is
30.
35. So it
30.
was like at 33 like 2 weeks ago. So I don't know how the two. I guess the up down down video really pushed that.
My palms are pulsating right now, boy. 30. Oh my god. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, man. Like I said, it was bound to happen, man. The content that you put out as well is really, really good as well. I was watching it. There was a week I took off, and I was just like watching your stuff, and it's really informative and it's funny as well, man. So I think just keep up with it, man, for sure. Keep up with
Yeah.
it. But yeah,
So as far as what's around the corner, nothing, nothing really big planned around the corner. I'm planning on competing more and just getting a lot better with content creation. Because I would tell anyone, I would tell people on my live stream, with software and like all the different things you could do with the streaming and computers. I'm a total like caveman,
yeah,
seriously.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I'm learning. I'm getting a little bit better at it.
Mate,
Whenever I have the time to sit down and study it and research it on YouTube and all that, or getting help from, you and
yeah,
like
yeah,
other content creators, it's
yeah.
a slow process, but I'm processing.
No, that's actually crazy because people didn't even know that. That obviously I helped out with the one of the products as well for you, which was it's completely cool. Again, I was a caveman as well when I first started and I first built my PC. I was a caveman. Everyone gets around that stage. I remember I played Tekken at the start and someone wanted to troll me. They said, "Oh yeah, press Alt F4 for the graphics." I was like, "Cool, innit? Let me see the graphics. Maybe I could change up." I pressed Alt F4, it closed my game, and everyone was laughing at me. I was a meme on the whole internet. That clip had like 30 something thousand views, and I was like, "All right, whatever." Innit? I take the L. I lost that one. That was funny, cool. But since that day, if anyone comes and says press Alt F4, I'm gonna read the message and I'm not even gonna respond to you because I know what you're trying to do. But now, even when I play shooting games I use keyboard, and I was completely oblivious to where the buttons are, how to do certain things. I would keep on looking down and stuff. I've started to get a lot better now. Like it just comes over time. Like at the start right now, you're probably thinking, I don't know how to use all of these stuff. But the more you stream, and I've got to big up the stream chat. The stream chat for anyone, it helps you learn stuff so fast.
Yeah, I
One,
definitely use the stream chat. Man. Alt F4, dude. I've had so many people tell me that. I mean, if you're a Tekken player and you're playing on PC,
yeah.
Alt F4 is like your best friend with how much the game, freezes and crashes and all that. I'm like, man, they making fun of KINGJAE for Alt F4. I guess that was way, way back, but
Nah,
now
nah.
with Tekken,
Nah, that one was crazy because like literally, I was into the game. I was winning. I had a streak, and the guy was like, yeah, F4 for the graphics. I'm thinking, all right, let me just quickly do it because I just won my match. I was like, yeah, F4, let me quickly do it. The game shut down, black screen. It just went back to my desktop. I was like, why would you do that? But then I realized because the whole chat is just laughing, bare laughing faces. I was like, oh my gosh, I got trolled. Thumbs up to you, man. I didn't even want to ban him. I was just like, bro, you know what? You got me. And the worst thing is, I saw the same guy at Evo last year. He said, Jay, I was the one that told you the F4. I was just like, he said, let's get a picture. I was like, look, cool, man. You got me, man. It's cool. That was hilarious. So, but it happens. But like I said, you learn along. And the stream, like I said, the stream chat, everyone in the stream chat, even for you, I know it must happen for you as well. Everyone in the stream chat will just help you along the way. Like, how do you do this? Everyone has some type of knowledge somewhere. So, you know how it goes, man.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Shout outs to the stream chat.
Yeah, nah, that's cool. Are you going final round?
Unfortunately not. I don't have any more vacation time until June. Oh, don't look like that, Jay. Man, look. I was one of the guys who couldn't make it from the jump. I told a lot of people on my streams, CEO's going to be my next event. But final round, I mean, I see now that a lot of other, like, well-known players aren't going either because of, like, the pre-reg. Like, there's no registration at the door. So a lot of people were waiting on, like, another check or something to come through before they registered, and the deadline had been passed. But, man, this will be the first final round that I've missed since 2007.
You know why it hurts me the most? Is because this is the first final round that I'm going to. And I promised Shin Blanca bare times. I said to him, look, I'm going to come. He's like, yo, when you come? I said, I'm going to come. And then I don't end up coming. Something happens in my life that I just can't go over there. And this was the one time I said, look, I don't know if it's going to be on the world tour, but I'm going to go. And it didn't manage to be on the world tour. So I said, all right, cool. It's Atlanta, so I know all of the players are going to be there. I'm hearing hardly anyone is going to hold it down for Atlanta. There's the only person that's going to be Porkchop. Like, heard that Anakin, Speed Kicks is not going. Well, they're going, but they can't enter. Mike ATO can't enter. I'm hearing all of these people can't enter. And I'm just like, this is the one time that I'm going. And this happens to me. I'm just like, look, I'm ready to pack it in.
I'm optimistic about the ATL players being able to still enter. Because, I mean, I don't think...
Nah, I heard it's confirmed they can't get in. Like, it's a bit mad.
See, but look, they're close friends though. Like Shin Blocker and the Tekken player, Shin Blocker loves Tekken. I don't think he will want to run a Tekken tournament without Anakin Speed Kicks, on the brackets. I don't think any rule they come up with is gonna stop that from happening. Maybe they'll join when someone gets DQ'd. They'll be, toasted salami or biscuit head weapons or something. Who knows? Like whatever person that's gonna get DQ'd, they can easily fill in, as long as they, compensate Larry.
I mean, I would be happy for them to come in. I'm not exactly like. I think I'm still going Atlanta for the experience. So it's like, the food, the just out there, the culture out there, compared to how it is in London and stuff. So I'm still going to go out there for that. But it's just, I would have wanted it to be like a final round if it was last year or the year before and stuff. I've always seen, and I've always been the guy that's sitting in my chair just watching late at night what final round's going on. And it's like, now I wanted to be a part of that, and it's like, it's not going to be the same. And that's where it is, because I've seen everyone on Twitter. Everyone on Twitter is like, they're not going. Oh, they missed the pre-registration. And I'm like, how? Like, I was able to register. So how has everyone missed it? Like, what's happened? Like, and it's just like, I'm hearing this stern, nope, nobody's getting past this pre-reg, and they're not doing it on the door. So it's just like, What else am I gonna do other than just, you know, go to the nicest places in the ATL and just hang out, man? There's nothing else really. Obviously, I'm gonna go to the tournament, so I'm gonna still try and at least win it. You know, we'll see how it goes. I haven't even trained, to be honest. I've been playing Negan. I need to start playing keys as of tomorrow, but it's sad, man. I wanted to see the top players there.
Yeah, that's a huge bummer. But I have a question. Are you gonna commentate any for the tournament?
I haven't been approached to, but if they asked me to, I wouldn't say no. I wouldn't mind doing it. You know, I definitely just want to be a part of something out there. You know, because we have some content that's out there. Well, we're gonna be producing some content. There's gonna be lots of content. So on my channel, for the people that in my stream, there's gonna be like a lot of Tekken content, and there's also gonna be a lot of just lifestyle outside in Atlanta content as well. I want to try and change up my channel this year. I don't want it to just be Tekken. It's one of the reasons why I started playing Dead or Alive, because I want to, you know, sometimes, and this is for content creators that are out there, if you're a streamer or wherever out there, don't limit yourself in a bracket. Never ever limit yourself in a bracket. And the reason why I say that is because you limit yourself in a bracket, you're going to have to commit and stay in that bracket for the rest of your content career life. And it becomes hard to nurture out when you want to. You know, I've been playing Tekken for years, and it's like, I want to play other games, but you might not get the same viewers for the other games, right? And
Yeah, definitely not. No.
and that's what I'm saying, and that's what happens. But with Dead or Alive, I said, bro, you know what? People say, oh yeah, Dead or Alive, it's not really a fighting game. I said, I'm ignoring that crap. I'm gonna play the game. If I like it, it's getting played. And I played it. I said, nope, no female characters. I want to play Jan Lee. Jan Lee kind of reminds me of Bruce Lee. Let me play it. I played it, and the first time I played it, I had no word of a lie. I had the whole of, I might not even be the whole of the American community. Shout out to Free Step Dodge. Shout out to Memphis Legends. Emery. Yeah.
Let me tell you. That's one of my homeboys, man.
He's in the chat. He's in the chat as well. Emery Reigns is another one as well. All those people, and there's other people. Destruction Bomb. Shout out to all you lot and the DOA community. If I didn't shout out all your names, there's probably too much to mention. But they show me so much more love than the Tekken lot. And I'm sorry, it's the truth. There was a lot of them. They came swarming in my stream. I had 300 people in my chat. And they were just like, yeah, Jay, do this, teaching me how to play the game. And I got up to speed just like that. And so I'm opting to do DOA content and start streaming DOA. It doesn't mean I'm going to move away from Tekken, but it doesn't bracket myself into Tekken. You know, sometimes you got to have a break.
Yeah, you have to play with what you love.
So so I feel like I wanna, when I get out there, I will be doing vlogs and streaming content out there. It's gonna be a fun type of stream, man. So, and content as well. I wanted you to be out there though, because you know, anytime we're out there in America, we always have a good conversation. You know, it's just one of those things that we do when I see you, or you know, I see any of the other players like Pork Chop or Big Boy, any one of those. Like, I always have good conversations and we always have fun and laughs. So it's a shame that you're not gonna be out there, because I don't know when I'm next going to be in America. I think maybe Evil. But I wanted to go to CEO, but I don't think it's likely. So it's kind of sad.
Right. Well, I say if you're going to go out to final round, make sure you drop by the Tekken house.
We got something coming up. And I can't say too much. I've got to be quiet about it. But the Tekken house.
I'm saying if you're in Atlanta, that Tekken house, you have to go. Have to go. If you like Tekken, the Tekken house in ATL is a really, really great spot to visit. It is so chill. You know, the guys are great. Man, everyone knows how to play the game at a pretty, pretty high level. Like, random people that don't even enter tournaments, you know, they might come through the window. They might appear under, the ground, from under the ground. Like, where'd this guy come from? He wasn't here when I got here. The door's been shut, so where'd this guy come from?
Nah, it's crazy because, it's weird because I feel like I have an audience out in Atlanta, because I had people following me and messaging me like, oh, when you come in, oh yeah, I want to play you. And I'm like, bro, what's going on? Like, so it looks like there's quite a few players over that side in Atlanta that want to play me. So it's actually sick. So it's gonna be good to go over to a completely different town. I've never been to Atlanta. I've been to Vegas. I've been to San Francisco. Atlanta now. Going to Atlanta, it's gonna be nice. Seeing the food, the culture, playing against the players and stuff like that. It's gonna be real fun. So yeah, man. I was gonna ask you. You know Mortal Kombat's coming out, right?
Right.
But do you reckon you would be playing that type of game?
Oh, well, actually, I'm going to give it a try. I mean, I've voiced my opinions on like the lack of the run mechanic and reverting back to just dashing and stuff like that, a more slow pace and not mix up heavy game. I don't really like that, but everything else about the game, I like the graphics, the new fatalities, stuff like that. It's really great. It's like a step up even above MKX. And MKX was like a masterpiece to me. And I played a lot of MKX. I was like a really known Raiden player.
See, this is what I was saying when I was asking you if you played other games. You never mentioned Mortal Kombat. You're just trying to play humble. You weren't telling me nothing about that. What's going on?
I need to be more carrots or something. I actually forgot about MKX. I played the mess out of that game. I was like a tech scientist when it came to Raiden. I came up with so much stuff that, pretty much pioneered that character after, he got his first nerf. Like that first patch, they nerfed him to the ground. And that's when I came around and I was just really paving the way for all these new Raiden players. So that was fun times. I don't know if I'll be able to do it again at MK11 because it looks so, bare bones. It looks like it's not a lot of room for creativity. But it won't be certain until I actually get my hands on it. So I can't wait. Next month, it's going down.
Yeah, nah, that's good. What about Soul Calibur 5? No, 5, sorry, 6. What happened to... I'm not going to lie. I played it at the start. I liked Astroth, but I just felt like there was nothing that absorbed my soul. It was just... It was there. I tried it. Didn't really want to commit to it afterwards. After like maybe a week or two. How was it for you?
Pretty much the same. I didn't like that they nerfed my character Cervantes like so much, and like every patch they would barely give him any significant buffs, and it's just a lot of stuff. Like the community didn't really receive it well.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. Like everywhere, locally, online, it just was not well received. Doesn't seem like they backed the game a lot either. Like not too many tournaments with, a lot of emphasis on Soul Calibur. I thought they were gonna have like a world tour or something like that, but
they have something called, I think it's the Edge Master or something like that, but
Edge Master.
Yeah, something like that. But it's not really. It's a tour, but it's like I just don't really feel anyone's really taking. Me personally, if I be honest, and I ain't got my corporate hat on, taking it off. I don't think people are receiving the game well. That's just me being honest. And I don't think it's popular. Like, I liked it at the start. I liked Astroth. But Astroth was like one of the worst characters in the game. So I was like, in our previous games, he was good. But in this game, he was just like, I don't know. Yeah. There was just a lot of stuff about the game that I was like, it's all right. But there was just nothing that kind of kept me going and playing it. Even like the rank system, it was just like, okay. You get to this amount, okay, what next? So I just kind of just left it behind and just said, look, all right, the game is still on my hard drive. It's not been flushed completely,
Same here.
Yeah, it's not that bad, but it's just even the DLC, like Amy, Cassandra, and 2B or whatever her name is. It's just like I won't buy that season pass because it's not characters that I like, So. The online wasn't great as well. There was a lot. It was a mix up a lot of things. But at the end of the day, the game was decent for sure. But it's just same with Fighting EX Layer. That's another game I kind of just said I didn't know what was going on with it. Terry Bogard is meant to come in it. I still don't know what's going on. So I just kind of just.
I've never even attempted to play that game.
Never.
I think, never. Fighting Layer? No. I mean,
that game's fun.
I did play like the EX series way back.
Bro, the game, it brought me back to that though.
Right, but that one I didn't, it was just it seemed like Tekken
Yeah.
always comes out with something right when like these newer games come out. Like Soul Calibur 6 came out, we had season 2 on the way for Tekken.
Mm.
It was just a lot. Like now we have Negan and Julia. I'm not gonna go back to playing Soul Calibur 6 now, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
But
It's true. What do you think about Negan and Julia? By the way, sorry to interrupt. What do you think about them?
uh, I think Negan is a lot better than what people think. People think he's trash. I've heard
Mm.
some pretty, prominent players say that he's trash. Like I've seen like the main man. I've seen fighting GM. I just
Nee said it as well.
yeah, even Nee
Yeah,
himself.
I'm not
I
gonna.
don't think
I'm
he's
not gonna. I think
trash.
he's trash. I'm gonna
You
put.
think he's trash?
I'm gonna put it up there. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna ride the bandwagon and say he's not. Nope, he's trash. Let me tell you
Oh,
why.
the bandwagon is that he is trash though.
All right, well, I'm riding the bandwagon.
That's the bandwagon. No one is saying that he's good besides like me and a few others maybe.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's good because of the So there's a few problems with him. So he's fun if you don't know nothing about him. Like if you know his strengths and what he's gonna do. Because I know I've played Negan, got him to Tekken Go Prime. I know what he's doing. Like I know the strings and stuff like that. So if someone wants to play Negan against me, I will kind of know what they're trying to do. And most of his stuff is based around counter. So like the down two, if it hits you on counter hit, you get the 50 damage or whatever it is. Back 2-2 counter hit, but if you block it, it's minus. You can punish him. His stuff is not that great, and he has nothing that low crushes. The only thing he has that low crushes is the intimidation. If you walk forward or stay still. And it's like, well, what else does he have? It's just not that great, you know? So,
He has good Tekken, KINGJAE. He has good Tekken.
yeah, no, his 10th frame is good. His 10th frame is really good. I can't argue with that. But what else, man? I just don't think he's all that. Like,
His movement is pretty good too.
I
Like
can't.
any character that can sidestep like King's down forward 1 and down forward 2 pretty consistently,
Hmm.
that is good movement. Like
Can Negan do
both
that,
of
yeah?
them, yeah, he can, yeah.
Okay.
Um, King's down forward 1 and down forward 2, they actually, they obviously track. They have tracking in both directions,
Mm-hmm.
but one can be stepped to the right, certain characters. The other can be stepped to the left,
Mm-hmm.
down forward 2. But Negan, he can get around both of them, and his backdash is pretty good.
Mm.
I think he is just still. It's too early. A lot of people, Anakin, me, a few others have, the highest rank taking God Prime already.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that his true meta has been developed yet. I honestly
Mm.
don't think so. I think, it's still too early. I don't think he's trash. Far from it. Not with good punishment. If you have good punishment and good movement, I mean, and high damage combos, what else do you need really to win?
I'm not gonna lie. His punishment, his 10th frame is good. His 10th frame is real good. I don't know why I like it so much, but that bam bam kick thing is good. I don't like so he's 2-2-2-2 which way goes like that and he hits you but it keeps on hitting you with the bat. I don't really understand like what that move is meant to be like, if I'm honest. Because I don't know when you're meant to use it at all. Because the way how it hits is so awkward. But like I said, it's still again the character's not been out for what? Has he been out for a week now? Or maybe 2 weeks? A week? I don't know.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, he's been out for a week. Again, I say it to everyone, it's still too early to say, but for content creators, they will say if he's good or not, just for the let's talk about it purposes. And for me, like I said, that the stuff I have to stick by it. The stuff that he's got, he's okay, but he's not someone that I think could win a tournament. Or let me finish. He can't win on a tournament by himself. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe someone in this Tekken World Tour can show me something. Maybe they can win with Negan. But if they do, I owe you a strong drink. You heard it here first. If I see you win and it's like, I don't know if it's Rangchu comes out or I owe you a strong drink. Next time when I'm around and when by the bar, I owe you a drink. It's fair.
I don't understand that, KINGJAE. Like I said, if you have the high damage, you don't have to sacrifice any damage to get the maximum wall carry with him. Like all of his combos in with 4-3-2.
Mm-hmm.
So he's getting in the 60s, off of a down 4-2 launch. Even more so than that from any like counter hit move that he has. He has the great punishment. He has good movement. His power crushes, he has 2 of them. They're pretty good.
Yeah, his power crush is really good. Really
The
good.
intimidation one is godlike,
Yeah.
I mean, what else do you need, honestly? And also, he has some other perks. A low that 2 lows that you can't low parry. You can't counter the bat swings. From Lucille. It's the range game. He has some other perks, but I don't think that a character like that, I don't think that it would be unbelievable for Negan player won a real big tournament.
Nah, I'm still putting the bounty out there. If someone wins a tournament, I owe them. Even anyone, even if I don't like you, I will still hold up my offer and I will still buy you a strong drink. If you win with Negan, I owe you a strong drink. Tekken World Tour tournament. I've said it.
Okay.
I've said it. I've put it on the internet now, so I can't take it back. But like I'm saying, I feel like the whole Negan and Julia, like one thing I realized about this tour season. Not even tour, the season. So season 2 is pretty much done now. Obviously, we're gonna go into the Tekken World Tour. I think this is the 3rd one now. This season's pretty much done, and there is rumors, or they're saying they're still working on the game from what they said. So that means there is room for them to, make new content season 3. Now, if there was, obviously they might list another 5 characters or whatever, but I'm going to give you 3 slots. Now, these 3 slots are for you to not pick a guest character, but to pick a character, 3 characters to return from Tekken. Now, there's still a lot more on the roster that haven't been in the game, but I want you to pick 3 that you would like to return.
Well, someone asked me that on like my last stream, and I was stuck in 2 forever.
Wow, you can't pick 3?
Yeah, I mean, okay, so Ganryu.
Yes.
Wang Jinrei.
No.
Yes.
No.
No one. Yes.
No.
Okay, so who are your 3, first of all? Let us know who your 3 characters are.
Alright, cool. So if it was 3 that I have to pick, I would want to pick, big up the Safina community. Safina would be 1. I wouldn't pick her though. I wouldn't play her. But I like her stance. Her stances are wild. And they're very creative and stuff. I like that. So it was Safina, Ganryu, Roger, or Alex. Those 3.
Oh, no.
Unorthodox team. The unorthodox. I like it. Who would you pick? What you say? No, actually, Wang would be good, I like you know what? In most fighting games, I like the kind of like the teacher, the old kind of guy that teaches. Like Virtual Fighter had Shun. What's the other one? Yeah, Tekken had Wang. Like just the kind of like the old teacher. Even Dead or Alive have Genfu as well. I like them type of characters.
Yeah, I mean, every fighting game, there's supposed to be at least 2 really old people. One of them good, one of them evil, right?
True.
Something like that. But I think Wang and Ganryu and...
Oh, I just forgot someone. No, wait. Let me take that back. Let me do 3 again. Sorry. I forgot. Forget about Zafina. Take her out the list. Bruce?
Thank you.
Bruce? No, right. I'm going to get grilled now. I know that there's a Zafina community out there that are going to say, we hate Jay now because you didn't pick Zafina. I'm sorry. I love you too. But Bruce, Ganryu, this last one is hard. because I have to live with this because it's on the internet. So I have to be careful with this last one. Now you have to go. I got one, but you have to go. I got one last one left.
Um, probably like either combat or Mokujin.
Whoa, you had for that? You got only 3 choices. You're gonna use one of your choices of Mokujin or Combat?
I think those 3 characters are the 3 that are much needed. Like forget Zafina, you know. I think she was like
Mokujin.
a failed character, but Mokujin, like how many? There are so many fans of that character, you know, especially on the casual level. I'm talking
Mokujin.
about Mokujin and Combat. I could beat you with anybody. All right, well, pick Mokujin. You know how many like conversations there have been like offline with that?
I mean, Mokujin is a fun troll character for sure, but
Yeah, I mean, if you could beat someone with anybody, we need a character that embodies everybody. Not ancient ogre, not true ogre, but someone who could literally be anybody every round. Mokujin, man. Combat, somebody. We don't even have that in Tekken 7. That character should have been on the game from the jump, honestly.
you know
So my
what?
third slot should have been somebody else by now. But anyways, yeah.
I'm gonna agree with you on that because I think it would be good for even the stream or just even people that are watching purposes of picking Mokujin and just showing that, you know, I've been playing this game for years. I can choose. Mokujin could choose any character, and beat you. So I think it is. I think it is needed. I'll agree to that one. That's a good choice.
Oh yeah, especially like let me go ahead and say it in the hood, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
In the hood, there's so many like hood Tekken nerds. Bro, I'll beat you anybody, you know.
It just say, alright, cool. I pick Mokujin, and they're just thinking, how is this possible? How is he losing? How are you losing to Mokujin? So, yeah, no, I think it would be good to have Mokujin, and I don't know why they haven't added Mokujin in yet. Maybe they think that people don't take the character serious, so it'll be a waste of slot, or I don't know. It would be good though. Tekken God Prime Mokujin.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
see it
So much
right now, you know. I can see.
why not?
But yeah, all right, cool. So, what other characters would you say? So you say Combat or Mokujin. You got 2 more then, or did you pick Wang, didn't you? And Ganryu. Oh,
Yeah.
Wang, Ganryu, Mokujin. Okay, all right, cool. So I said Bruce, Ganryu. This is a hard one, man. This is a hard one, man. Because I'm thinking. I agree with Mokujin. I like the Mokujin pick. But I also like Zafina. Like, Zafina is weird, but she's really good to watch.
She is totally unique, I agree. And she's one of the characters who should have been, you know, on Tekken 7, like from the jump. Because she's a brand new character. Why is she not on the game, right?
This is what I'm
But if we're
saying.
gonna talk about fan favorites, I think she
Mm.
loses out to Wang and Ganryu. Like we need a sumo. I don't know what's been going on with, you know, gaming, like fighting games and not having sumo wrestler characters anymore. I don't know what happened with sumos in Japan. Like, is there something that you know that I don't know? What happened with sumo wrestling?
Mate, I don't have a clue. E Honda's not in Street Fighter 5. Ganryu's not in. Have you not you've noticed in the trend, right? E
Yeah,
Honda,
that's the thing. Like the sumos have been
they're just not
like
there. They're not
blackballed.
popular. I don't understand. Like, E Honda is the only character missing from Street Fighter 5 in terms of like the Street Fighter 2 original cast.
Right.
Everyone's in. Everyone except for E Honda. Ganryu
Yeah.
same. Well, Ganryu's been missing. I don't know what's going on with him. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. But I think Jinpachi would suit this game. I say this because I think it could happen. Jinpachi would suit this game so much. Just because of the comeback factor. But I wouldn't pick him yet. I wouldn't pick him. But Jinpachi is, if he was in this game, he can do robberies. I'm looking at Jun, but I don't know, because, you know, I feel like the Tekken saga's not finished yet. In terms of the story, they say Mishima Bloodline and ends here, or the conclusion of Mishima Bloodline. But Jin and Kazuya are alive. There's no, you know, they're walking scot-free. They're cool. So how is it that, you know, it's the conclusion or whatever it is when Jin is alive, Kazuya's alive? Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So Jun couldn't be there. Baek is not really. No one cares.
No. Get him out of there. Get him out of everyone's list. He is. I mean, no, he is. I can't even start. There's so much go in this. Leave him off of the game. He is not needed at all. The only cool thing about him was his little flamingo hop kick where he was like, ah! but other than that, Toro pretty much has like almost all of his good moves. So man, forget that.
I'm not gonna lie, when he does that thing, it makes me laugh. Every time in Tag 2, when I hear him go, I'm just laughing in my head because it just sounds so funny. But that's the only thing about him that was annoying. And he's like, his kick mix-ups that go into the low, what makes you fall down on the floor. I hate all of that stuff, but we really got a character that's like him, so we don't actually need him. It's a difficult one. Asian Ogre I liked, but when they put him back in Tag 2, they made him trash. So
he was outdated. They didn't give him enough new moves, really.
Yeah, like he just felt like he was just out of touch. I don't know why they even put him in the game. It was just like, well, he's definitely not good. I would say Bruce, Ganryu, and I would say, oh man, I like Wang. Wang is an honorable mention. Jinpachi is as well. I would say I don't know one like Jun. I feel like we've got enough female characters in the game that are annoying. I just hate Jun.
All the female characters are really good.
Yeah, they're really, really good. I would say Ganryu, Bruce, and Mokujin. Yeah, I would say Mokujin. I think he's needed.
Why Bruce, man? Why Bruce?
Because I can't play. First off, Bruce had the height. Like, he was just a tall guy. His down fours would reach from far. It used to be like I think it was minus 15 in Tekken 6. I think if Bob crouched, he could do twin pistols. I was like, what? And I found out late of Tekken 6. I was like, that's crazy. Whereas Josie's one is only minus 10. And I'm like, they did scale down the damage a bit, but it's like, come on, man. But Josie's not really, I don't really like her. I don't take liking to her personality. She don't really have much personality. Bruce never had personality as well, that's true. But he was a guy that was just saving people off the streets. I liked him. Every time you see him, anyone in trouble, Bruce is coming to save you. Like, he was the hood dream. Bruce was the hood dream. So that was the character I liked. And then, yeah, Josie. We get Josie. Josie just cries every time. I can't believe I won. Never could be me. Never my character, man.
Now, if they took her off of the game and replaced her with Bruce, I wouldn't be mad.
There you go. I think all the Josie players have said that. If Bruce replaced Josie, I wouldn't be mad. I would be happy. I would main Bruce. I used to main Bruce before. I don't take liking to Josie at all. So, you know, she's
understandable.
It's just when I even look at her on the screen, I'm just like,
yeah, cringy.
It's cringy, man. You know, it's like, all right, let me put it into better context. It's like when Gigas was in Tekken 7 at the start and there was no Marduk. And I was like, ooh, so why are we not getting Marduk? Like, is Gigas Marduk? So I went through all the hardship, losing all of my matches, getting mad, getting salty. And then Marduk drops out. And I'm like, huh? So Marduk is not Gigas. So why am I playing Gigas? Do you know what I mean? It's the same thing if Bruce came out. I guarantee you, 99.999999999% of those Josie players would switch to Bruce.
Of
100%.
course. Unless he sucks.
Yeah. See that there's that as well, because when they bring out a character, they always it's either a gift or a curse. It's either they become as good as what they was in Tag 2, or they become worse than how they was in Tag 2. Look at Lei, for example. Lei is bad in Tekken 7. Lei is bad. No,
I don't think he's bad.
Lei is bad.
Oh no.
Lei is bad.
He can play good Tekken though. Bad is.
He has no good punishment. He has to play crazy. You have to play crazy with Lei. Like, I just don't think he's good in this game. In Tekken Tag 2, he was good. In Tekken 7, nah.
I see a lot of people do think Lei is trash in 7, but no, I can't. He has too many 50-50s.
But most of them, you can stop most of them with down forward 1. The only time he has good 50-50s is if he, say for example, he counter hits you. So say for example, if he does like full neutral 4-2, I think it is, the kick and punch. And if it hits you and he goes into stance, it's like you're in a true 50-50 now. But if you block it, you know, or if he does the down 1+2, down forward 1. You can't do anything. It's like all of these stuff that you see, it's like if you don't know Lei, then it's just like, well, it can be a bit of a tussle. But if you know Lei, yeah, most of his stuff you can just interrupt, or you could just sidewalk, or he's not that good at this game. He deserves a lot more. He deserves a strong buff, but you know, they keep buffing.
Don't do it. Don't do it. We don't want those problems. You don't want those problems.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't. I don't want the problems, but it will make him a better character though, because he's trash right now. Obviously, there's people that could win with him. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that he's unwinnable, but he ain't that good, man. He ain't that good.
I don't think there are any trash characters on Tekken. So that's probably why I'm disagreeing with you so much. Like, the word trash it's a powerful, powerful word.
All right, Gigas. Gigas is good.
I think Gigas can beat any character on the game. I mean, see, I have to see stuff, and all I have to do is see it once. If I see a good person lose to Gigas, and they're doing all the right stuff, I'm sold. I'm sold. Completely sold. Gigas can beat anybody. I really think so.
Gigas
is as famous as that character is for being like the worst character in Tekken 7. I think he can beat anybody. Honestly. You just have to outplay your opponent.
What do you think about Anna?
She's good. Her damage output, her mix-up game, and like her counter hit game, her keep away, so good. She excels at that, in my opinion. Like the 50-50s from far range. Of course, not out in the open, because you can walk it. But
close up, she's annoying. Yeah. I know what you're saying. I get annoyed with that character. Like, you can stay still and try to play the patient game, but she puts her authority onto you, and it's like you have to react.
Right.
You can't just sit still, because you're gonna get hit by something if you just keep standing still. And that's one thing I really, really hate that character, man. But
yeah, once you get touched by her, like I said, you get knocked down. You're in it. Your options are limited.
It is crazy. So what about last one, Noctis? What do you think of Noctis?
Well, I was on the he's good brigade, He is still good. He got buffed, for season 2, but he doesn't have like a lot of representation. I guess because a lot of people don't actually like that character like that, but he is one of those characters that can easily beat any other character. He has pretty stellar punishment, really, really, really good wall carry, high damage, good mix-ups. He's got spammable, approach moves like 4-4, both punches, down back 1+2 as well.
Yeah.
he's got some good stuff. A really good counter, wall
Mm.
splats. I just think he's slept on and underrepresented like a lot of characters. A lot of characters don't have a lot really really prominent figures playing with them in tournaments.
Right. So there's one thing I realized. I remember from back in Tag 2, obviously King and Armor King was your team. Obviously, you know where I'm going with this right now. Obviously, Armor King came out with Marduk. But I still see you repping King. What's going on? Like, you just don't like Armor King in this game? Or you just feel like you've kind of got to your... you've got to that level with King and you've kind of bonded with the King so much that you just don't... You put Armor King like as a sub-character. What's happening with that?
Yeah, I mean, Armor King, I've never played with him as a tournament character in these single, one-on-one Tekken games. But I've always, learned how to play with him. Learned how to play with him in Tekken, one, two, pretty much everyone, five tag, both the tags. But when I was forced to have a partner, that is when I played with him in tag one and tag two.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he was like the best partner ever for King.
Mm-hmm.
And in this game, I honestly think that they buffed his, ability to fight one on one.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, I thought that too when I was
because
playing.
he's a lot better than he was in Tekken 6, obviously. And, we don't even need to bring up Star Resurrection. So,
Yeah, he was a good... He was a...
man, I won't say the word trash.
I know you want to, though. I don't...
I almost said it. But no, in Tekken 7, I think he has a lot of stuff that, he needed.
Right,
Like,
right.
Easy wall carry, some good tail spin moves, real high damaging combos. He didn't even have that at first. But they did nerf a few things to keep him balanced.
Sidestep 2+1. And sidestep 2-1 is nerfed.
Right.
That was... I think that was a rough nerf. Because you can't really do anything with the sidestep 2. Unless you just do it by yourself. But even then, it's like... Before, when you done it by yourself, they used to move back. They used to drop back down. But in this, it's like... You have to commit. But if you commit, you'll be punished if they block it. And it's like... Is it something that you really want to go for? Or do you just play safe Tekken? Which you're going to play safe Tekken and just do the down forward ones, down three. You're just going to play a more safer game than throwing out something like that. It's just not feasible at all.
True. I mean, you have other options, Sidestep 2, yeah, there's a big nerf. It used to knock down, used to get some guaranteed damage. But I think that when the move hits you, though, it's a lot better than it hit at first.
Yeah, damage comes off your bar, but it's like, would you commit to it?
Yeah, so the question is, does the risk outweigh the reward?
Mm-hmm.
The reward, if he hits you with that, and most of the stages are wall stages, you're going to get hit with like a 90 damage combo. If it gets blocked while standing 4, a typical, 13 frame punish. Of course, Kazuya can launch it. He's like one of a kind. But the risk isn't really, anywhere near the payoff for using that move in its entirety.
I understand. But, so you going to be using him in like tournaments and stuff, or are you just going to stick to King then? Because it's not like, like in this game, it's not like, if you lose with this character, I'm going to choose this character. Because I play Geese, Marduk. If I lose completely with Geese, and I feel like I needed someone that's a grappler, I'm going to Marduk, and they're two completely different fighting styles. Whereas Armor King and Marduk, like, it's like, let me put it in this perspective. Obviously, King is like Coca-Cola, and Armor King is like Diet Cola. He doesn't have the same throws. He doesn't have everything. He's less as good in the throw department than King. Why would you go to Armor King? Obviously, Armor King does damage. I'm not gonna lie. When he can really carry you from wall to wall and do a lot. But when it comes to like tournament and you lose, I don't know, 3-0 in a tournament, would you? I don't know, man. what would you do in tournament if you lost to like 3-0? I don't know, you played, I don't know, Kakoma or some Korean or something. Like, you just face someone that's really good. And then you lost 3-0. Would you rematch again and go with King, or would you go with Armor King? Because I don't really see you using Armor King at all. Obviously on stream you will, but I mean I'm talking about tournament. So, you know, and you know, I've seen JDCR play. He played Armor King at the Korea. I think it was the Korea versus Japan. The same thing. It's like I ain't really seeing anyone using Armor King like that.
So let me tell you, I know my bad habits as a Tekken player, and I know my bad habits in tournaments, and I know what I like to do, and I think King is like the perfect character for what I like to do and kind of masking my bad habits. Like the way that I feel you're supposed to play with Armor King at high level, I don't feel that I'm capable of doing that.
Seriously, why do you? This is good you're saying that, because it's actually. Why would you say that? I don't.
Because he feels so much more demanding with movement and execution, like with whiff punishment. Of course, you know, he's got the shoulder bars, 4-1+4.
Amazing. Amazing. Like, it's 13 frame, right? Amazing.
13 frames, yeah.
And it goes far. Like,
it goes really far.
Yeah, it's really good.
The way, like, I like to beat people, the way I like to play in high level, I know I'm gonna do too much crazy stuff with Armor King and get killed for.
Right.
I know that.
Right.
Like, you need a level of discipline that it would take a lot for me to reach that level. It'll take a lot of practice. I would have to pretty much like phase King out and pretty much be an Armor King main if I wanted to really play the way that I want to play to win with Armor King, like what's necessary. Because I think he's way more a defensive character than King. I think because you could tell with his offense is not.
It's not there.
It's not there. Yeah, he can't take as many turns or steal as many turns as King can, and he doesn't have like the same like what he could do with his plus frames isn't as great as what King can do with his plus frames.
That as well.
So I think a stick and move type of thing is what you need to do with Armor King because he has range out of this world. He's got range for days.
Yeah.
And I think that range is better used defensively. So, and like me playing on defense, oh boy, it's tough. It's tough for me to maintain it because I'll get bored. Like, let me just name drop someone like Speed Kicks. Never comes in. He doesn't have an offensive bone in his body when he plays with these other characters. Besides Horon, he just runs away, and he never comes in. So if I'm sitting back and doing the same thing, I know me. I know I'm gonna run up and do something and get hit by a launch. I know it. And he doesn't have like a lot of stuff to prevent that. Like King has the layoff push, 4/4 neutral 1+2.
Right.
Eats up a lot of keep away attacks. 4/4-1. It eats up a lot of stuff. He has a super good approach. Mids. Armor King's super good approach moves are highs. Unless you can consistently wave dash into while standing 4. I know you watched JDCR play with Armor King. That's like he only does like 2 moves.
Down forward 1, down 3. That's what I see. That's what all these I see him do. Literally, I don't even see. It's weird because the character, I feel like in this game, I don't think he's gonna be used as much because the way how the game is kind of shaped up. Yeah, you can play the defensive play, but defensive play is very hard in a game like this. In Tag 2, I know some people might disagree with me, but I think in Tag 2, defensive play was great for keep out. Tekken 7 not so much. They've nerfed sidestepping completely. And, the way how the game is in terms of like the rage drives, the combat mechanics, there's so much going on. So it's very, very hard to kind of play that defensive game. Tekken 7 for me, I feel like it's just straight aggression and rushdown with a bit of common sense. Obviously, you're not gonna just go and say, I'm gonna do a -20 move so you can launch me, but it's aggression in terms of I'm gonna be in your face with maybe some jabs, maybe some downfall ones, some side steps to try and see what you're gonna do, and you know you're asserting your authority on your opponent. You know what I mean? So I don't know whether Armor King will be a good character for Tekken 7 in terms of Tekken World Tour and other tournaments. You know, I haven't seen you play him. I'm hoping to see you play him, but from the sound of things, it seems like you're pretty much made up your mind that you'll probably play him on a casual aspect, but in terms of tournament, you're going to be sticking to King, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I basically just sealed the deal with that.
I mean, it's not.
I know you don't want to. I know you don't want to say it, but I felt like
it's halfway zipped up. That's what I'll say. It's halfway. All the buttons are, not buttoned up.
No, I see what I'm saying.
Collar search yet, man.
So you
I'm not gonna rule it completely out because I honestly think Armor King is a great character, and like some of King's weaknesses, he doesn't have those.
Right. No, I understand.
Especially like the low game, the whiff punishment department, and like inescapable damage at the wall. I love that. Whenever I play with Armor King, it just feels so good to, get a lunch, take him to the wall, get a wall combo that you can't break, the grab at the end of it. You just get all of your damage and you get to go on from there.
Yeah.
So that, there are some benefits to playing with Armor King over King, but in general, everyone in the world knows he's not a better character.
Yeah.
He's just, the way, like I said, the way I want to play Tekken, I know I can't do it with Armor King. Not in the tournament set. Just 2 games and you're out, it's
no first to 3. No first
if
to
it was
3.
first to 3, most definitely. I would play with Armor King the same way I used him in Tag 2, which was on point. I would play Armor King first, and if I got knocked off, 3-0 something, I'll switch to King. But in a first to 2 setting,
you gotta stick with what's strong, man. I'm telling you,
it's too much that can happen. 1 blocked down back 3, 1 ducked, crouch dash 1 or God fist, or 1 sidestep against my down 4-1.
That's all over me. You're getting launched. You're going to the wall.
Yeah.
You better think about your life. You might even have to think about the next round.
Yeah, you have to think about the next round. Like, they duck there, they get their strong wild standing lunch, wall combo. The mix after that, like, you don't even get to play.
Yeah, literally. Literally, you're seeing yourself getting juggled. You see your body like, yep, next time in second round, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try and play a bit more. It's crazy. That's why this game, like I said, I think it's all about aggression. If you got good aggression tools, I think you'll go far in this game, man. But I got a question from the Beast 151. He says, Margin, have you got any thoughts on the current iteration of Tekken 7, or thoughts on how popular the game has gotten? So I think what he means like obviously Tekken Tag 2 was pretty out there, but Tekken 7 seems to be huge now. You're getting a lot of people coming out of the woodworks, a lot of new players. We're pretty much going, we're not esports yet, but we're pretty much into the pro gaming side of things. There's money involved and stuff like that. How do you feel towards it? Has it changed in any way for you? Obviously for me, I feel like it's changed how I am in terms of content creation and stuff like that. But for you as a player, obviously your content creation, and you're pretty much a brand now. Has it changed anything for you at all?
Definitely. Tekken 7 has definitely changed, like, me and pretty much everything I love to do with competitive fighting. Like, Tekken 7 has pretty much rewarded me with some opportunities that, didn't exist back in Tag 2 and Tekken 6 days. There was E-League, earlier last year.
Which was amazing. That was amazing.
Yeah, play on, TV. For it to be rebroadcast on live television, that was great.
Right.
I think
WWE as well. Don't forget.
WWE, yeah.
There's that. And
doing
Evo
well.
as well. They said sorry to cut you. Tekken 7 is the only game with increased numbers at Evo as well, and
Yes,
there's that
yes.
as well.
So yeah, I think the state of Tekken is it's doing pretty well. Of course, you and me both, we wish that the developers would, dish out a little bit more, money
Yeah,
for the players who, put up so much time, probably even more time than other gamers,
right.
to get to tournaments and do well and, not really make more than what
Mm,
they had to spend to get out there. So I think I would like to see more content for Tekken 7. I would like to see like microtransactions, like a lot more DLC, a lot more stuff that could work both ways to help the developers and the players.
right.
So stuff that like Capcom is doing, those gold outfits that they release, all the money
Man,
went towards the Capcom Pro Tour,
man.
stuff like that. Like I want more. I just want more for Tekken. I want them to, since they're not paying us any money,
Yeah.
heck, take more of our money to give back to the players who do well. You know,
I mean,
if King came out with like a new customization with his old Tekken 6 wrestling gown,
mhm,
and it was $20,
mhm,
I will buy it
mhm,
today, right now. If they
mhm.
released it right now, I
See,
will buy it.
you're preaching to the choir, yeah. Because what you're
I
saying,
am preaching.
yeah, you're preaching. Because I say this all the time. If they see the problem what I find with Tekken, like again, corporate hat off. It's just out here. I'm just gonna be open, raw, and honest. The problem that I find is a lot of the stuff that they have done for Tekken is nice. Like Julia in the game. Bringing all these characters back. This is pretty much fan service, and we love it. No problem. We love all of this. Negan being in the game caught us by surprise. It was like, all right, well, Negan, I like the character. Him saying shit in the air, damn, god damn, all of that. It's funny. I like it. But if we're talking about doing a proper game, like if you really want money for your championships and stuff like that, I'm not saying take a leaf out of DOA's book and charge, I don't know, $93 for a season pass. I'm not saying, any of that. But if you look at Street Fighter now, they always have costumes. Always. It could be to do with another game. It could be like, they might have Devil May Cry costumes for Street Fighter characters. Tekken, they should maybe have Dragon Ball Z costumes for the characters. Or I'm not saying this is something that, is going to happen. But even legacy stuff, like, for example, when you see Kazuya rocking up in his vest and the ripped jeans and the trainers, that if they had a costume like that in this game, or they had a costume like, I don't know, what's the other one? What's another one that I could say? Eddie's costume. Make them default costumes. Don't make them the ones that you add together in a custom thing. Make it default costume so you can use them in the Tekken World Tour. Like, you can select them
Right.
and stuff like that. Pay for it. Select it. Why not? I would be so happy to have that. Like, I know people might be like, oh yeah, but we shouldn't have to pay. Well, again, if you don't want to pay, this is why the tour is gonna be low. It should be a thing of we should have costumes. Even palette swaps. Come on, man. Palette swaps shouldn't be that hard. All the animations there. It's just a palette swap.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
totally agree. I totally agree, man. I mean,
normal
heck,
Raven.
a lot of people complain, the production for all this DLC is gonna cost a lot of money. I'm like, look, the money you're gonna get back is gonna far exceed whatever you paid to produce it. Like an outfit for $20, like come on,
This is what I'm
or an
saying.
outfit pack. You get so many $20 from so many people all over the world. You
Mate,
know,
that is just adding up. Imagine you're saying around the world. So imagine someone like, say for example in the UK we said, oh, you get a palette swap for Christy. No, you get a palette swap for Eddie to go to Christy, and you get a palette swap for Master Raven to go to Raven, and that costs $10 or £10, whatever. Imagine how much that generates around the world. We're not even talking about tournament players. We're talking about casuals. We're talking about people that they don't even really care that much compared to us lot about the game. They're gonna pay that money, and it's gonna be like, oh, okay, we want to see Raven again. I remember it from Tekken 5. I remember Christy from Tekken 4, whatever. Then the money adds up. You're not doing it any. If they're saying, oh yeah, it costs a lot, okay, but how comes you got these people on PC making all of these hacks and changing characters, changing costumes? Like, have you seen Julia? Julia has a Twitch t-shirt. Like, how is it that people are able to do these? These are just people that are fans of the game and they are changing the game, changing stages. Right. How is it that, yeah. How is it that we've only got like these 3 stages from vanilla Tekken? 7.0. We're talking 2015, 2014 it might even be. I don't want to get it wrong, but 2015 Tekken 7. And we just got it today with one song. But it's good though. I don't want to make it sound like I'm complaining. It's good. We got a song, extra song, and we got the stages. But why is it taking so long?
Oh yeah, and the Infinite Ozzer 2 is just someone had been modded the stage to look like that over a year ago.
Exactly. I had all of them stages, even the Soak stage, the one that's the one where it kind of changed the way how it is, and it was just, it's sand on the floor. But I had that stage on season 1 with a mod. That's the Tekken 7.0 stage. Why is that not back here? It's just, I don't understand why it's so hard. It's just put the stage in.
It's no telling, man. I mean, I don't know. I've heard in the past, Harada didn't like the whole concept of, DLC charging people for stuff, but I think he needs to like it and love it.
I don't know why you would not like it, because at the end of the day, think about it. He said before something about not charging for legacy characters. We still had to pay. We all had to pay season pass, and no one complained about it. I love the season pass now. The season pass now is really good. It's not the greatest, but it's really good compared to what we got before. The first season pass was robberies. You get Geese, Noctis, no story mode for none of these characters DLC, and Tekken Ball, which you can't play online, which no one plays. Yeah,
no one plays it. Yeah, I forgot it was a thing. I forgot it was on my console.
And this is what I'm trying to say. It's hard to it's kind of hard to figure out, like, where are they going with this game? Because it's easy to release a character and say, look, we're gonna release, I don't know, Gamryu, or we're gonna release this character. Characters is fine, but we're talking about overall, like an overall package for the game. Like, there's a lot of characters in the game now, which is fine. If they release new characters, whatever. But start thinking about the game structure as it is. Like, all these costumes that you have, these additional costumes for characters, make them actually be selectable from the get-go. So that when it's in the Tekken World Tour, they can have a selection of costumes to go through, rather than just the general 2. Like, for example, Eddie's Tekken 3 costume is in the PlayStation 4 version. Why is that not just a general costume to just pick and, play? It just doesn't make sense to me.
Gotta have that jacket on, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Tiger Jackson, we all miss that character, right?
Why is he not a palette swap? Give it $10. Just do it. Please. Just put these characters back in. It's a palette swap. You don't have to do anything other than, change the design and... Alright, cool. It's not that hard. I'm not no game designer. I'm not gonna say it's completely difficult, but from what I see of all these people that are hacking the game, making characters look like different characters and stuff like that, it doesn't look that hard. And maybe you should hire these people that are doing the palette swaps and stuff for the game. It's like, or changing the characters and stuff. Maybe you should be hiring these people. If you don't have the staff, hire them. They're doing it for free. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I just generally don't understand what is the issue. Palette swap, charge, why not? People will pay. If you like Tiger Jackson, you want him in the game, pay. No problem. You want normal Raven, pay. You want Christy, pay. If you don't want to pay, stick to the normal characters. It's just option for additional revenue. And it makes sense because it adds to whatever avenue you want to go to. You could say, all right, well, these are the additional stuff we're doing. We're going to add it, whatever money that's been added to it, we're going to add it to the Tekken World Tour pot bonus. See what happens. Because it all adds up. But it's
nice.
It's just the structure, man. The structure is just... To me, the structure is just not there. It's just, okay, we messed up on the first season of the past. What are we going to do? Fan service. This is what every company does. When you mess up bad, The only way how you can help your community or help the people that are supporting your game is fan service. That's how it goes. So we got fan service, we got nice characters like this season pass, great. We got additional stages, great, love it. Now we need to work on the structure, you know. We want to start getting these championships, these Tekken World Tours to the big scale. We want to start adding on things, you know. If you can't afford to make new characters all so often, palette swaps. There's stuff there, you know. Palette swaps. Make, I don't know, Kazuya have a Jinpachi skin or something like that and charge people. What's hard about that?
Stuff, you know, there's stuff that they can just go into the archives and just bring it back to life, like, you know, let's say hair pieces that are missing. What happened to those in Tag 2? What happened to all those t-shirts and old customizations from, you know, Tag 2 and Tekken 6 that could easily be brought back, and, you know, we'll have to pay, but we don't mind. I don't mind to pay. Let me get my King down back. Let me get some of those masks back. Those t-shirts, the tap out outfits.
What is going on? This is, you see what I'm saying? It's just, there's so much that is missing, and it's like,
yeah, what happened to the long hair, man? What happened to that?
The long hair is not in the game. There is so much things that are missing, and it's like
the left bang, the right bang, or both the bangs, you know. The different lengths of the ponytails, all this stuff is just gone.
Disappeared, and then now we've got this customization that is just. Now, we both can agree the customization is trash.
It is, well, compared to previous Tekkens and compared to, like, Virtual Fighter customization, yes, it is lackluster. I won't say trash, because even with Tekken 7's customization, you can make a lot of, you know, characters from, you know, different shows or animes and stuff like that.
Tag 2 was the best. Period.
Tag 2 was, yeah, with the decals and all that stuff. Yeah, it was amazing. But I mean, it's not like they can't, you know, fix it or, you know, add it on. Yeah. Charge us for real pay happily, you know. Yeah. That's just what could happen in the future. Just bring out more content, you know, more little stuff.
Yeah.
Charge us for it, there will be no problem. Like, I have no problem in supporting the game financially, you know, with, you know, buying more content and stuff like that. No problem at all. I got the season pass on PS4 and on PC.
Same. I have it for both as well. One other one other thing that I think is pretty. I just see something from Mango Tango 325. He said, I was talking about this earlier on today as well, funny enough. The in-game currency is, I think it's terrible, because you could end up playing the game for long and you end up with like the maximum amount of money. But it's like, you don't really like, it's like you don't know what, they should make it a lot more harder. So Street Fighter 5 do this thing where it's hard to get money. You have to grind the game hard to get costumes, stages, items, everything. You have to ridiculously play the game, do challenges and stuff. You have weekly challenges and stuff like that. They kind of got it in a way of like them kind of popular tier 1 games like League of Legends and stuff like that. So I would say for a game that's like Tekken, you know, with you get a lot of currency. I think they should make the currency less, and then they should make things like, they should bring out premium content. Like, so say for example, like we was talking about, say for example, if they brought out a stage and they say, oh yeah, you can only buy this stage for this month, and then you either pay for it or the stage is gone. They should do stuff like that. Street Fighter does stuff like that, and it works very well. Like, I've missed the stage, I've missed like a costume and I can't get it now. Like, it's gone. Like, it keeps people on their toes, because, you know, right now, when you look at it, Tekken 7 online, it's done. Like, everyone's getting the high ranks for that, or people are running away, Alt plus F4, everything. It's just always happening now. So it's like, well, what happens? Is it just, you just go to a tournament? When is the next tournament? You know, and then people start drifting away. Have you ever seen that Homer thing where where the green grass is behind him, and he's like fading away, and he's getting into the grass, and you just don't see him. Yeah, it's exactly like that. Like everyone's just like, well, I got Tekken God Prime. See you later. You know what I mean? There's nothing else to do. You know. So I don't know, man. I just feel like there's a lot that can be done. Whether they will listen to us, I don't think they will, because obviously I think everyone's been saying the same thing for so long, and it feels like, you know, you're just talking to a brick wall. You're talking to yourself. I say it so many times, but I have hope, because I did say I wanted the rank bar to come back. The rank bar did come, and it's a lot more better than how it was. Do you remember how rank used to be in season 1? Where you just didn't know if you're gonna promote or if you're gonna demote. You didn't know anything. You literally had to guess. And we've got that now. We've got better characters as the season. You know, the game feels better-ish. Where I feel like we're on the right path. But the only way is it couldn't go down from here. You know, because we have to wait till the end of the season for new content now. And I'm already getting bored. Like, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. You know me, to be honest. I'm bored of Tekken 7 now. Because, yeah, we got Negan, we got Julia, we got the whole season 2. But we have to wait till December to see what else is coming. They might not even, it doesn't even look like they're releasing anything. It just seems like it's there now. Like, we've got everything. So, what do you think? Like, do you think, like, what? Do you think this is it? Do you think, like, I don't even know what even the question is, because it's so I'm saying quite a lot, and what I'm trying to say is, do you feel the way how this game is now, it will carry out until December with no updates, but just the Tekken World Tour? Boom. That's the question.
Well, actually, it depends entirely on what the World Tour is this year.
There's that as well. The money.
Yeah,
Money's not there.
If money is there, if, you know, more marketing for, you know, hyping up all the tournaments, you know, perks and stuff like that, more points, you know, for a lot more people instead of just the top 16 getting points, you know. Like a lot of other things they could do differently to keep, you know, the interest in the game high. I think that if they put out like way more money, a lot of people are gonna start back playing the game. I guarantee you that.
Like, what's a lot of money to you though? What's a lot of money? Like, set the like the bar to where you think the minimum is.
I think for a TWT Challenger event, I think first place should at least
not Challenger. I'm talking about the finals. Not even the challengers we're talking about the finals. The you know, this is it. I can win the whole thing, and it can change my life. What is the money you're saying?
I would think the bare minimum.
It's the minimum.
100,000. Like for first place.
You're in my brains. You're doing Psycho Mantis. You're doing Psycho Mantis. Go on.
I'm not gonna say 150,000.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say 100,000.
Mm-hmm.
Just flat out for first place, just for first.
Yep.
I don't even care. Like, I don't even know what to say about, you know, second through seventh, but first place, to be able to win that much, that is life changing money. You know, you can buy a really nice car with that.
This is what I'm saying. Like, that's the thing that I'm trying to say is, I feel like I was thinking 100,000 as well for the winner. But it's like, I scratch my beard here because I'm thinking, do they have that type of money to give away when, you know, Rangchu only won 7,500? And
yeah, he wasn't enough to buy a used car, didn't he? Oh boy,
he couldn't buy a Mercedes Benz with that.
No, he couldn't get a brand new. You know, I just want to pay for this, you know, brand new car right here. You know, not that.
And you know what makes it even worse? I think Evo had more money. Didn't Evo have more money for the 2018 for the winner?
Right. So I believe it was like 9,000. I think Loha won 9,000 something.
There you go. See, I knew So Evo had more money than the Tekken World Tour Finals.
And that was totally up to chance. Like if, that many people didn't enter Evo, obviously it wouldn't have been that much money.
Like
So
that's crazy. So like
yeah.
it don't add up. Like it so Rangchu, I just clocked this. So Lowhigh won Evo. Rangchu won Tekken World Tour Finals. Obviously they're both teammates. Obviously their team, I don't know, I think they kind of ditched the whole Tekken thing. And this is another thing. See, this podcast has lasted longer than I wanted it to. But I like the conversation we're getting onto. So, have you noticed that these teams that actually have players, they're disappearing from Tekken? Have you noticed something along those lines? That, there was players before in the hype of 2018. We had Peeling, Fergus. You've had Rangchu. Rangchu was a part of Fursan. Lowhigh was a part of Fursan. He's a part of UIU now. All these people are kind of like, they're not really invested. JDCR, Saint, perfect example. Echo Fox. Everyone's kind of disappearing from Tekken. Do you feel like they're probably looking at the whole community or the scene and thinking, well, it's not much money to be made off of? Because remember, we look at it as a passion and love for the game. They're looking at it as a business, and I look as we're both, we're both brands. We both have to look at stuff as both passion and business. So you can kind of gather what they're thinking. So would you think So do you feel that these companies that are sponsoring players and stuff, do you feel like they think that Tekken is not lucrative? They can't make any money from it?
Well, of course, that has to be the thought. It's not just happening as a chance or anything. They're not getting their money, and that's the bottom line of it. That's why they're dropping all these players, and we see like Knuckle Dude, for example, for Capcom. For Street Fighter, he just got picked up by Echo Fox. So,
and he won a Capcom Pro Tour. Do you know how much money he won? 250,000.
Yeah, 250,000. So, you have JDCR and Saint winning a lot of global championships with Tekken,
and they got dropped.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously the money, and I think that maybe not having a lot of content for the game and
it's hurting it, man.
Money for the game is probably the reason for that. But who knows? Maybe I'm crazy, but
it's not crazy. It's just proof is in the pudding. We're looking at it, and now it's one of the reasons why I'm kind of scared off to even want to be a part of the whole thing, because it's like, you gotta check it like this, yeah. We are the players, so we are. If you're not sponsored like myself, if you're not sponsored by like you, we have to invest in ourselves to go to these tournaments. Regardless of how it's been done, we have to invest in ourselves to go in these tournaments. Now, you go to a tournament, you don't get top 16. I go to a tournament, I don't get top 16. You still have to go and pay money to go and get another flight, go get another hotel, have to cover yourself to eat for food. You don't get top 16 again. So how much money have you lost? And then you get to the third tournament, you just scraped top 8. You get maybe like 5 points or whatever. So where does it end? So that whole year you've lost out. And this is what I was saying to people all along. Like, I'm a man of my word. I will never tell you not to do anything, not to like anyone that I don't like. I will never tell you anything. I will always tell you to make your own opinion on, or make your own decision. But when you really actually think about it and you think, look, I've spent this money to go to this tournament. It might even be, for example, if I was to go, I'm going to Atlanta. Atlanta, of course, well, it's not a part of the world tour, so I don't even think it even matters, but it's over $1,000. If I don't win or come top 8, and if it was in a world tour and I don't win or come top 8, I don't get no points. So therefore I've lost out on everything. That's why when people, like, if people haven't noticed, when I went to Evo Japan, Evo Vegas. I don't take this whole trip as Tekken. I need to win. I always do the sightseeing. I'll hang out with the guys. We'll bust jokes. There's a lot of content that people don't even see. Like I'll be chilling in some of the players' rooms and we're just busting joke and having fun and having like we're just having so much fun. And then on the day I'll do the tournament and I'm serious. Then like that's what I live for. But if you're a tournament player and or you're a sponsored player and you have to go and get this money, you have to go and get this bread, and you don't go and get this bread, it's a horrible feeling for you, man. It's definitely horrible. Maybe not for the sponsored players, but it's definitely for the homegrown players that are spending their own money. Because that 1K, 2K you're spending, 3K, 4K, it's a lot of pressure on me. you drop a combo there, your hands are pulsating, sweat's dropping off your head, your eyes twitching. You're about to lose that whole thing. You're about to say, yeah, I went 2-1 in the tournament. You're going to be upset. So
That's true. But I mean, I halfway agree, because of what Tekken used to be. We spent the majority of our competitive years, both of us,
right,
competing for even less than what we're getting.
Yeah, chump. Yeah.
But it was, love of the game that kept us doing it. And I'm still doing it for the same reason, love of the game, trying to prove to myself and my girlfriend and I, that I am great. I can still do this. I can still hang with these young guys. That is fun. And, of course, going to tournaments is always great seeing, the same old faces. It's like a reunion every tournament.
Right.
Hanging with people. I love that about tournaments. I love that a whole lot more than, competing. It's heck, I almost want to go to final round just to be going. But I can't go because I don't have any vacation time. But I think that this whole, money thing it's a conversation for growth of the game and getting more people to play it, that otherwise weren't even, having Tekken on their radar. Stuff like that. Growth of the community. That's what this whole money thing is about, guys. Like more payouts for TWT. It's not, that we're playing for the money. It's definitely not that. Because we love Tekken.
That goes without saying. These don't know. Like we wouldn't be streaming at hours on end, and it's definitely for the passion. But what I'm trying to say is like when you go to these tournaments, you're there. You're trying to win. You ain't going there to say, oh yeah, I'm gonna go 0-2 and then tweet about it. You're trying to win. Like when I was at Evo, when I got 49th, I was trying to win. I wasn't trying to hear anything else. But
yes, of course.
the be all and end all is I left with nothing. But on the good side, the whole experience was amazing for me. So like meeting the people out there that watch my streams and stuff like that, or even just even hanging out with just a lot of the people was amazing for me. But when we talk about business now, like we're not talking about passion or what we love. We're talking about business side of things. That trip for me trying to win, I didn't win anything. And that, but I don't mind. Like I said, Vegas. If any of you lot in the stream chat has gone to Vegas or gone to Evo, you lot will know. Even if you don't win, Vegas Evo it's a lovely time. But if we're talking about, let's say for example, Combo Breaker or any of these other tournaments, obviously they're still massive tournaments and within their rights. They're definitely massive tournaments within their rights. But you're going there to secure the bag. You are trying to win that money. If you don't come top 16 or top 8 and you ain't got no points, you're going to be upset, no?
Of course. That's the competitive side of me, I'm competing, I'm entering this tournament with the sole intent to win it. And
right.
Of course, there are always going to be some people that enter. They know they're going to lose. They don't care. They got it like that to, continuously go to events. But for a lot of pro players who aren't sponsored, they're spending their own dime and they're not making anything in return, and they don't have these great jobs that can, pay these six figures and they can just easily go to tournaments. Not everyone. Some people have it like that, but
Yeah.
even with a sponsored player, you don't want to represent somebody else's brand and be a loser.
What's happening. This, people were being sponsored players and not getting anywhere. But for the people like JDCR and Saint, they were always placing, so they're in the money every time. In the money, cleaning up. That was just them. Send him to this tournament in the UK. Make sure that he gets first and second. Send him to that tournament over there in America. Make sure he gets first and. It was just always happening, and obviously they're ridiculously good at Tekken. They're ridiculously good at. There's no disrespect to them in any way, shape, or form to them guys. They were good, but even with that, cleaning house, you still get dropped. Ranked you, wins the whole thing, dropped.
Right.
And that's when you have to start thinking about, like, well, what's going on? Fergus was, and obviously no disrespect to Fergus as well. Amazing player. UIU, he's Tekken World Tour finalist twice. Dropped. Do you see what I'm saying? All of these players have been dropped.
It just goes back to what we were talking about earlier. For a sponsor, for a business, the Tekken payouts. Like, let's say you sign the dotted line,
right,
to where if you win anything over 500, the brand gets like 20% or
that's what makes it even worse. Sorry,
so
I'll let you finish.
If you're getting percentages as a brand off of this player, JDCR saying they're great, they're godlike, they're gods of Tekken. Rangchu, god of Tekken. What is 20% of, like, 7.5 thousand when you sent the man to X amount of tournaments, throughout the year? Like, you're not gonna get it's not a good investment. It's just not. I mean, if you guys, they're watching this, would you guys like sponsor someone with the intent of making money, but the prize pool is $7,000 for the winner?
And that's what you got to think about.
As opposed to
250,000.
No, 500,000, KINGJAE. That's the total pot. First place gets 250, but second, third, fourth, fifth, everyone all the way down to seventh place is walking out with more than 20,000. So it's like, are you getting back on your investment? When first place gets 7.5, all of those, plane tickets, all of those hotel rooms, the food, all this money is coming out of your pocket, and your best player at their best placement gets that much, and you get peanuts back pretty much. So, I mean, if they're dropping Tekken players like this, as a businessman, you just can't, you can't disagree. That's the truth. Or else you're a bad businessman. You're not making more money than what you're spending. So it's insane if you keep going with it. And these companies, they stopped being insane. They dropped the players. And, Echo Fox, they picked up Knuckle Dude. They know that the Capcom Pro Tour is going to be way more. It's going to be worth it. If the player does win, they're going to get everything that they spent back and some more.
Right. And that's the problem. When I don't want to say anything, but if people actually knew what the commentators get, like, the commentators are getting more than the players that are getting, like, even top, I would say, what, 8th, 7th, 6th, 5th, 4th? I think it's first and second that might just get more than the commentators. Commentators get a lot of money. And probably the people that are even working there probably get more money than the actual people that are competing. Sweaty palms, having to think hard. For the Tekken tournament only. Capcom is a different story. We can't even start with Capcom. Capcom is a different story. But for Tekken, yeah, it's...
Of course, yeah, it's totally different.
Commentators get a lot of money. I'm talking...
Yeah.
Mate,
I know. I know I've asked, a few of those commentators how much, and they would tell you, at least back in the day they did. I don't know about now, but yeah, they make a lot compared to the players, like the winners,
Hmm.
man. And they don't have to do like any of that.
Anything. I can sit down. It's just sitting down and talking like how I am now.
You sit
They
down and
get
talk, you don't have to, you don't have to cut your nights short to get enough sleep to wake up and compete. You don't have to cut a lot of things short to do your job to get that money,
and
you know.
you know the craziest part is that all right. So say for example, you competed and got further evil. The commentators got paid more than you getting further evil,
Of course,
and
a
that
lot
is
more.
a lot more. And I know, but it's like I can't say too much, but it's like it's insane to even think. Like, and I can't say it for the chat as well. I can't say it for the chat, or I just can't say it in general. But it's a lot more, and it's like, how do you go into a tournament as a competitor? But the commentator gets a lot more. The commentator's just sitting there. He has no worries about anything. The only worries he has to make is that he makes sure that his money gets into his bank on time. He probably doesn't even have that worry. But you're there worrying about if this guy's gonna throw me, is he gonna do low, is he gonna do this, is he gonna do that. He has to think so much, and that's why, like, even for the like content creators that are in here, if there's content creators or whatever you do, and this is the reason why, one of the reasons why, and like I said, corporate hat is off for this podcast. This is just real. This is just real. It's one of the reasons why I just became a streamer, because I noticed and I asked a lot of questions. I was like, how much is comment? How much are you getting paid for commentary? How much are you getting paid to do video broadcasts? How much are you getting paid to be a player? What is actually coming out of it? And then I started understanding that it works out to be so much better when you're your own brand than you just
Amen to that.
see. You know what I'm talking about now. It it,
I
it,
know
it,
exactly what you mean.
it works. It works out to be better to be your own brand. So then when it comes to, like, say for example, I don't know, like you're very marketable. Very, very marketable. So your
I try to
deals.
be.
Now you're there, you're there. I seen the trailer for your t-shirts. I seen them. You know, you're very marketable. So it's like, if someone wants to approach you and say, "Raw, look, Lil Majin, he has 30,000 on, YouTube. He has 20 plus thousand on Twitch. He's out there. He's getting tournaments. He's doing his thing. He's very You're more marketable than." It sounds weird, and I know people are not gonna listen to this, but you're more marketable than majority of the players that are in Korea. And I know you're not going to agree with me. And I know people in the stream chat are not going to agree with me. But let me tell
Okay,
you.
so
Let me
let me tell you. Let me tell you,
see.
Jay.
You're
All
going to
right.
tell me something. See?
All right. Let me tell you something.
Go on.
So I don't know what is up with that with the Korean and Japanese players,
Mm-hmm.
being not as well received like after their big accomplishments. But I do know that
You're saying it.
I
Go on.
will speak for myself. I will
Go
speak
on.
for myself. After Evo, I was like, I was like top 5 on Twitter trending. And someone made that, someone told me, and I was like, really? I'm on Twitter, trending? The Majin name? I had to run with it. You have to run with it. You do really well. You have to really put yourself out there. And I think that I don't think that Low High really did it as much after he won Evo. I think it was just back to the regular, you know,
Right.
Low High schedule.
There
I
you
don't
go.
think he, has any T-shirts available. I don't think he's made any. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any
Nothing.
crazy commercials or guest appearances on
Nothing.
popular shows or any other streamers. Streams like
Nothing.
even what we're doing now. Is you and me, the KINGJAE Lil Majin together live.
Yep.
That's
This, this
that's
is what I'm
putting
saying.
yourself out there.
Right. And that's
So
what I'm
I
saying.
think if you put yourself out there and build your brand, when you do well at an event, why not? Why not just go forward, do all you can do. Don't just go back to what you were doing before. something that you've never done before. Like you've never won an Evo. And that was Low High's first Evo.
And
And he won it.
this is what I'm
That
saying.
that could have been the stream title or something
It,
like that.
it could have been, you know, and it's not even clickbait. It's like, I don't know. It's weird because there's two things to it. Like, when you came third, it's like, I remember I heard, like we was talking before, one of the wrestlers shouted you out on the actual show, right? So that was one. What's going on, Mike ATO? I see you. So, and the other thing, obviously, people in the chat are saying it's obviously language barrier and stuff like that, but I don't necessarily think it's language barrier. Let me tell you something. John Ding is very marketable, but I don't think he knows how marketable it is. Out of all the Koreans, if there's one that I would say is the most entertaining, Chanel, John Ding, and even Nee. Ha ha ha. His laugh makes me laugh all the time. The way how he is. Them three are marketable. Very, very marketable. And when I see Chanel and Nee they're on their food, when they're doing their food streams, or they're just IRL streaming and that, and they're just chilling. Like, he's very, very, they talk good. However, you got Kokoma as well. Kokoma is marketable as well. Yeah, there is Kokoma.
There are a few, the Koreans. They have personality.
Yeah, they have personality. Narako, they have personalities. So I'm not gonna single out everyone. I'm not gonna mention loads of names. You lot know in the chat. You lot know that's watching. There's Koreans that are there. However, I don't know what it is when it comes to the marketing side. Maybe because their culture is kind of different. Maybe they don't know how to kind of, do merchandise. If there's a Jongding t-shirt of him just doing that straight face, I probably would buy it. I find it funny. I would probably buy it.
The Jongding face is hilarious.
Yeah, that little.
Yeah.
I would buy this. You make a t-shirt out of that 20 whatever. I'll buy it. Like, it's just because not only is it because I was watching it and I found it funny. It's just he's a very funny person. Like, being around, like, he's just very funny. And again, it's just all about, make people that are fans of you, buy into what you're doing. Like, when I see John Ding getting hench, I'm like, bro, this guy's getting hench. Like, I've never seen, like, none of the gamers, especially Korean gamers, I've never seen them, doing the whole gym stuff and that. And when I started seeing them getting hench and stuff, I was like, bro, this guy has so much personality. It's not just Tekken with him. He's just, you can see he's trying to do things outside of Tekken, and he's trendy as well. He's wearing nice trainers and he's got his hair in different stuff. He is marketable. Now, this is the thing, you see, like, with JCR and Saint, like, I don't want to, like, JCR and Saint, amazing Tekken players, they used to stream a lot more, but they don't really stream, and this is what I try to say to people all the time, even when I say it to you as well, like, I don't say it to you much anymore, because obviously I still see you streaming and doing your thing, but you have to put yourself out there. Like, regardless of whether you're in a sponsor, regardless of whether you're going drop from a sponsor, you just don't have time. Life is too short. Life is too short. You have to put in, what you get out is what you put in. And if you're not streaming and you're not there, how is anyone meant to see you? And no one's going to see you, regardless of whether you get trolls, haters, whatever. You have to put yourself out there, no matter what. Make sure that people see that you're streaming Tekken. The amount of times that I've had random people coming in my stream and they're like, oh yeah, like, yeah, we want to do this with you. You want to do this type of content, or we want to do stuff. No, it happens very so often. I see that Saint is starting to stream now. He started to stream on PS4, but he has no webcam. So, say for example, if I was a businessman, suitcase, shirt, whatever, and I'm like, yeah, I want to sponsor a Tekken streamer. I can't sponsor the stream that just got Tekken players fighting. I have to see face, personality, have to hear your voice. It has to be, I have to see something. You are a brand, and if you're a brand, you need to be visible. If you're not visible, but Tekken's visible, what am I meant to sponsor? You know, if I watch you and I see you are interacting with the chat and I find that you're funny and stuff, I feel like I'm engaged. I feel like I'm starting to get to know Lil Majin. You see what I'm saying? It's a lot different,
Right.
and I feel like this is the problem with some of the streamers like Narukov. I feel like I know Narukov. I've never met Narukov anywhere, but when I watch him and he's ha 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 ha, hello KINGJAE, how, like he's like, what's up, bro? What's up? Like he makes me laugh. Like I feel like I'm buying into his character. I'm buying into Narukov, but I can't buy into. I watch Saint stream, but I can only stay in there for 2 minutes because I'm only seeing Tekken gameplay. I can watch that on YouTube. I need to see personality. So
You probably get better with time, most likely.
I hope so, because they're like I said, they're excellent players, and it's not even me. I'm not disrespecting them in any way or shape or form. It's just kind of like, what is the kind of problem that we're kind of facing when it comes to, like, you know, putting yourself out there. Like, you know, you're doing a great job. Speed Kicks, Anakin, who else? Like all these, like, you know. We cannot forget about Cuddlecore. I feel bad even not mentioning it. Cuddlecore.
Women's Day, man.
International Women's Day. Shout out to Cuddlecore. You know, yeah, Cuddlecore is doing her thing. You know,
Aru is also doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people. Pop Shop.
Alicia X Life, man.
And Alicia X Live, she's doing her thing as well. Like, she's really doing well. There's a lot of people that are really doing well in this thing, man. And it's just, like I said, it's just advice for people out there. You know, you don't have to listen to me. Like, it's you know, everyone has kind of gone through different stuff in this streaming stuff. I just personally feel like, from what I've gone through, and, you know, I used to stream without a webcam, like in my very, very early stages. And then I got a webcam. My webcam was called Poverty Cam, because it used to be like this every time. And, you know, I was bare moving, but it was just like, and it was just pixelated. And then I kind of got up there and, you know, I'm starting to do my thing, you know? So you have to have something there so people can, you know, if I want to support you, I want to see you. I want to be able to talk to you. I can't support something I can't see. So, yeah, man, that's how I feel, man.
I totally agree. I agree. I mean, I just had to do it last year. That's why, you know, of course, if I would have just got, you know, third place at Evo and never would have streamed, never would have, you know, made those tweets or, you know, having a more prominent social media presence, I wouldn't be as big as I am as far as like those numbers with subscribers and, you know, YouTube and Twitch followers. I wouldn't be anywhere near that. I had to go all the way. You had to. If you're gonna do something, you know,
gotta do it the right way.
All the way forward, you know.
And the thing is, Como said streamer over commentator over pro player. I mean, you could say that. Look, there's people like Eris that are doing amazing. So I don't know. Like, he doesn't. I don't know if he even plays. He played Tekken today. I was in his stream for a bit, but, you know, he's doing an amazing job as a streamer. You know, a very, very, very funny personality. But it's like, I feel like, you know, in terms of just getting out there in the fighting game scene, you know, we've been in there for years. We're pretty much the old dogs now, man. We're pretty much the old dogs. Like, I found my way in streaming. I think that's my future now. Like, you know, streaming, entertainer. I think that's me. Being a pro player, I mean, I could do it every so often. I would love to, you know, just show people I still go where it takes and I can still go offline and still do what I need to do. But it's becoming harder with the way how things are going with this game. I like it. I have passion for it. But, you know as I know, you know, you've got a woman, I've got a woman, you know. It's hard to maintain doing full-time playing in tournament. You don't know if you're going to get a top 8. Don't even know if you're going to get prize money. It's like, it's fun, but sometimes you got to see if it weighs out. And Atlanta will weigh out for me. Even though it's not on the tour, like, Atlanta will definitely weigh out for me because I've never been to Atlanta before. Vegas, again, it's always an amazing time. Seeing so many, the FGC, meeting up with people, being up with supporters as well is always an amazing time. So
You're gonna have a great time in Final Round, bro.
I hope so, man. I'm upset, man. I'm upset. There's the players that I wanted to meet everyone. Like, this was my time. I said, look, Atlanta, I'm coming Atlanta. Now everyone's saying they're not going. Like, I'm just like, bro, I don't know what to say now. I'm there though, man. I'm definitely going. Like, I wanna, like I said, I wanna hang out with them lot, man. The guys that are at the, you know, the Tekken house and that, I wanna hang out with them. The Dead or Alive community. When I'm up there, they're saying they got me. So if they got me, I'm gonna be there. See how it goes, man. See how it goes. But yeah, last but not least, obviously, I don't want to hold up too much of your time. We've been on the podcast for like, I think it's 2 or 3 hours. You know, it's been some time. What should we? What do? I'm gonna give the chat one question to ask, and I'm gonna select it. So if you don't got anything to ask, Lil Majin, we're gonna have one more question to ask.
Yeah, come at me, bro.
Yeah.
Let's bring it.
Yeah. Someone says SF5.
No, I'm not playing that game.
You're not gonna play SF5. Oh man.
Street Fighter 5. Oh, I tried, but I had to take it back. I really did.
Yeah, you know, we got a question here. So the question is, this one's a good one. How long do you think you will be competing for?
So I've pretty much given myself until the age of 35, which, you know, I'm 31 now, so 4 years. I think after that, it might even be before then, really. You know, life might happen, you know. I don't think that, you know, if Tekken 7 is still prominent by then, which we know it probably won't be, there might be a Tekken 8. We'll see. I might extend that if I really like the game. But if something, you know, happens to where I can no longer do it, then I just have to be a full-time streamer.
See, this is you're on the same route as me, man. That's what I'm saying. I feel like that is
time wins. Time always wins. It's undefeated.
Yeah, you can't defeat time, man. Literally, you can't defeat time. You just have to know, is it right for you? Yeah, it's a feeling that you feel. It's like, I felt like when I was competing and stuff, you don't feel it because you like the excitement. It's like, oh, I want to go to this tournament. I want to go meet these players. I want to go to this tournament. I want to go meet these players. These players are stronger than us lot. Let's go over there and let's go and play with them. Let's go and learn. And it's like, you don't realize the time. Like, the time has just gone just like that for me. Like,
right.
It's gone so crazy. I remember when I was playing a short story. I was playing in Tag 2, and France was always better. Like, France was better than the UK lot, and it was like, I remember the ultimate tournament, same tournament I think I saw. No, I think it was one after that. We went to the one after that, and then all of the players from France, we was kind of like, we was never really beating France, Italy. It was kind of like a problem. And it's like, we always wanted to play people that was better than us. So, we'd go to the sessions over the tournaments and stuff like that. Obviously, I feel like, right now, it's kind of, it's not leveled out as such. I still feel like Italy's the strongest, if I be honest. Italy's still kind of the strongest. France, UK, Germany's kind of in the toss-up. Yeah, like, it's just one of them ones. I feel like it's just in the toss-up. But, right now, even last year, I just felt like, I was looking at the prize money and stuff, and I felt it. I said, nah, I just need to become a full-time streamer, man. I need to slow it down now with this whole, like, I will still compete. Like, don't get me wrong, I still feel it. Like, even Atlanta, I'm gonna love to compete, but it's like, the whole thing of like, going to loads of tournaments and stuff like that, I just don't feel it in my body anymore. I just feel like it has to be selected ones. I have, like, if I could go to CEO, I would love to. If I could go to Strong Style, I would love to. If I could go to the Tekken World 12 Finals, love to. If I could go to Evo Las Vegas, love to. But everything else, I don't know, man. So time is
getting higher and higher.
Yeah, it's just getting there, man. And it's like, if there's more money involved, then maybe I'll start taking the extra time to invest in training and stuff like that. But I mean, I don't know. I could feel it in the air. I think a lot of like the older players like ourselves and like around, I can see that they're kind of slowing off a bit as well. Like they're not streaming as much anymore. Like I can see it. I can see it happening. So I don't know, but like I said, I'm still here. You're still here. We still got energy. We got the whole vibe to us. We're still going. The aura is still there, but it's slowing down.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I still have love for the game. I want to compete this year, TWT again. I'm thinking about, joining a sponsor. I'm thinking about it.
I mean, here's my advice about it. You're becoming a big brand, yeah, and you're doing your thing. Like I said, when we always talk about this, and I'm always telling you, right, like what we say when it's me and you conversation. I'm always saying, look, like you're a brand. You don't need a sponsor. However, if you want to compete in this Tekken World Tour and you really want to make good things of it, and you need that extra support, go for it. I would never. I've said this to players before. Even a lot of people ask me for advice, like they will direct message or send something to me and say, "Oh yeah, bro, I need advice," and I would say to them, "Yo, if you feel your sponsor is actually helping you get to these tournaments without you being able to support yourself, then that's a sponsor, right? But don't jump into a sponsor if they're just only going to send you to one tournament and that's it, and they're not going to help push you, because a sponsor is meant to sponsor your dreams. They're not meant to just sponsor. You're not meant to help them sponsor their own dreams, right? They're meant to help sponsor your dreams.
Of course, yeah.
So,
I mean, I'm definitely not gonna, settle for anything that's lackluster or, beneath my value, my worth.
trash. Anything that's trash, you got to say the word at least once.
Okay. I guess I won't settle for trash. No trash.
That's
You
what
know,
I want to hear.
trash sponsorship. I mean, I feel I'm a lot, more than just a jersey.
100%.
And a stamp on all of my streams and my content. It's
Mm-hmm.
if that is going to happen, then I'm going to need to be compensated for it, like thoroughly,
Right.
handsomely,
Right.
greatly. So yeah.
And that's the thing. You got to know
No
your
trash.
worth. You got to know you know your worth. Look at the stuff. Look at the support. You are selling t-shirts on your own. There's no one else helping. You're just selling t-shirts on your own. And like I was saying earlier on the podcast, I was saying that there's so many people that I've seen wear your t-shirt. Your t-shirt has your face on your hand. Some people that some people don't even like face designs of their face and wearing face. But these people are wearing it and they're saying, "Yo, Margin, look, I have your t-shirt." That
Now
is
I
amazing.
do have one person who is helping me out a lot, and that is
You go.
Mrs. Martin.
Yeah,
Mrs. Martin is, yeah, she was the one person who has stuck by me with this and has been contributing like crazy. So hats off to Miss Martin. She is great.
massive shout out to Miss Margin,
Yeah.
because you have to have a good woman beside you to keep you
Oh yeah.
focused. It's easy to get swayed over to just not doing stuff and that. And then again, anyone that's watching this, if you're like a content creator and stuff, make sure that if you have even a friend there and stuff, make sure you lot motivate each other. It's always healthy to motivate yourself, but it's also way more better when you got someone to kind of bounce off the energy, you know?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, like I said earlier, she is the the person who I've been trying to prove to that I was a great Tekken player. Like if the rest of the world thought I was great, it didn't matter to me. I was like, I gotta prove it to her
That,
that
that,
I was good. And like really showing out at Evo the way I did, like pretty much all of 2018. that was a really good year for me as far as like tournament placements and such. I won 2 big events. Um, got top 8 at pretty much everything except for like 1 or maybe 2 tournaments. Um, yeah, proving it to her, and that was just a great feeling. Evo was great. We had a whole week to celebrate Vegas and tour Vegas, doing lots of great things, and then to compete at the end of the week and do well. That was, man, that was a dream come true, bro.
This is what
You
I'm
just
saying.
don't know. And
Bro,
you were there to see it too, so I
I,
was like,
but the worst thing is when I was at Evo and I saw your woman was by your side and I saw that she was really wanting to win because I remember you was playing one of the matches and I was going to say something and I was like, oh, I thought you was playing casuals and I was like, oh, you're playing a match. I was like, alright, cool. But I saw the passion in your missus's face for you to win, and it just felt I could feel the synergy that that it's there. And I could see in your face that you wanted to prove that there was a lot that I could see, but I just didn't say at the time. I was like, bro, you know what? I could see this guy's gonna do well. And then when I saw you on stage and you was beating and player out, I was like, nah, listen, this guy's gonna do well. And I remember telling my friend Wayne, I said to him, look, you're gonna you're gonna you're gonna know that Margin's gonna win. And he's like, yeah, I know. I thought he was gonna win the whole thing. And then you came third, but coming third in Evo that's absolutely an amazing achievement. So hats off to you, man.
thank you, man. That was a road. That was a road. It's ongoing. I'm still here. This year, we don't know what's gonna happen with the Tekken World Tour, but I am optimistic that with Harada's new position, being over the esports division, I think that there are going to be some great things to come for Tekken. I think it's going to be more so than just Negan and Julia and a TWT with 7.5 thousand for first. I think it's going to be some great things in the future.
All right, last question to wrap it up. Do you think you will be competing in a tournament overseas, outside the states?
Um, I mean, it depends. It depends. Um,
You got a
I'm
lot of
not.
fans out of the states. I just want to let you know, and you got a lot of fans. There's players over here. PES Charlie. There's what other King players do we have? We have Tenth. Oh, I can't remember his name. Tenth
Oh,
Beast.
ten Furbus.
Tenth
Yeah, yeah.
Beast. There, that's it. You got him as well. We have Ice Blue Dub. We have we have players over here, man, and Hapnon's one for he's not from the UK,
Yeah.
but Hapnon's another one. He plays
From
King.
Israel. Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember.
Israel. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? You got all these players. Shout outs to them. Um, yeah, like you have so many people that want to see you, man. Obviously, I know you do your thing in the States and stuff, but people want to see you come out outside the States and see how you do outside the States. You're known to do your thing and beat players. So when are we gonna see Little Margin come out? Maybe that might be a thing, man. Maybe a sponsor might be good for you to kind of get out there and come out the States and do your thing. So do you see yourself doing that this year?
Now, if I join a sponsor, then that is a 100% guarantee I will be traveling overseas.
Yeah,
No doubt about it.
yeah.
But if not, I'm not going to rule it out. I think that I can still do it. It's just going to be a matter of work and stuff like that. But if I can get a sponsor that can get me out overseas, why not?
Yeah, yep, yep, yep. So anyone
You
that's
know how
watching,
well I can do.
yeah. We all know. We seen what you can do, man. We see what you got. Well, Evo, innit? Evo speaks for itself. So we know what you can do, man. But yeah, that is the end of the Clip That Podcast episode 2. If there's anything you want to plug, obviously I know you got the merchandise. I know you're a brand now, so there's loads of stuff. You can your Twitter, your Twitch, your YouTube, your t-shirts, how you get your t-shirts. This is the time right now. Plug yourself, man.
Yo, KINGJAE, thanks for hosting me today, man. Thanks for having me on the podcast. It's been an honor, to
Thank you.
be interviewed by one of the great streamers that I look up to.
Oh,
I
thank you,
always look
man. Thank
and
you, thank you.
respect you from the day I met you. See you doing your thing, still doing it. Um, look, I'm still trying to be where you're at.
Oh,
So
man.
I'm coming for you, man.
Well, thank you so
But I
much, man.
want
I
you to
appreciate it.
keep going as high as you can, and congrats again with TwitchCon being an ambassador and all of what happened yesterday with 7.5 thousand viewers.
Thank you, man. It means a lot.
That
Thank
was
you.
that was great. And yeah, like I said, keep it going. And if you guys want to follow me at Lil Majin, Lil_Majin on Twitter and Twitch, and Lil Majin. That's on YouTube. It's all together, no spaces.
What's going on with the t-shirts? I want to hear the t-shirts as well, man.
Oh, the t-shirts.
Yeah.
Oh, how could I forget?
Yeah,
There's
I'm telling you to plug your stuff. There's no
Oh,
t-shirt plug.
oh yeah. So yeah, the t-shirt thing. You have to hit me up on email, lilmajin87@gmail.com.
Yeah. And
Serious inquiries only, please. Don't send me an email to ask me how I'm doing.
oh man, yeah. Like I said, shout outs to Lil Majin. Thank you very much. It's been an honor. First time I met you, we was proper cool. Had jokes and stuff. We're still here doing our thing. If you lot want to get his stuff, make sure you go and email him, follow him on Twitch. He's entertaining. Definitely a great personality. YouTube as well is where his stuff is at as well. Make sure you go subscribe to him as well. And you gotta understand, this is it's a whole community thing. So if you're subscribed to me but not subscribed to Lil Majin, you lot can go and do that now. You go follow him, do what you lot need to. He's on Twitter, he's on Twitch, he's on YouTube, he's got merchandise. Support him, He's doing his thing by himself. Go support him. But yeah, this is the end of the podcast. Shouts to everyone. I'm ending the stream. I'm going to find someone to host. You know me, I like to send off the viewers to somewhere else. So we're going to find someone to host. And yeah, that's the end of the podcast.
It's been real, ladies and gentlemen. You have a great one.
Cheers for that, man.